This show is intended for adult audiences. You know, people with bills, backaches, responsibilities, and a functioning sense of humor. It contains strong language, stronger opinions, and the kind of jokes that might send the emotionally fragile into a full-blown meltdown. If you're easily offended, perpetually outraged, or think words are violence, this is your cue to clutch your pearls, grab a blankie, and sprint to your nearest safe space. Or, you know, just get in the sea. We won't miss you. For everyone else, buckle up and let's have some laughs.
Rated D for Dickhead.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body?
I'm gonna come.
Nice tits.
A real setup of donkers. Packing some Doban Hunkeros.
The power of one. The power of two. The power of man.
What's going down, babes? Show me the lovin'.
Silence! You are too gay to be the doctor.
I'm wonderful, and I'm the most amazing person in the universe.
Exterminate!
These people are making a lot of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism.
Welcome back once again to the Sunday edition of WTF Live.
Indeed.
Woo! That's right. That's right. As always, we are not firing on all cylinders. We were trying to. Everything was going really well, and then I found out that John had given himself food poisoning, and we also tried to rely on EV-Mux to do a job that even StreamYard could do, which is the simple task of just actually starting a fucking stream, and it completely shat the bed like a bitch. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, don't make me make that comparison, EV-Mux. I like you. You've been quite good so far, but if you can't get me online, and this ain't the first time, then I'm going to have a big issue with you and your customer support team very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for the technical difficulties. There was an issue. We hit start. Nothing happened. It looked like nothing would ever happen, so I had to end the fucking stream. And that meant it did what I suspected it might do. It completely lost Rumble and then immediately shat the bed on YouTube as well, thus necessitating me to delete the original stream and start a fresh one with the same settings. So we've lost our tags. We've lost a lot, actually. We've lost a lot of the hype that I built up for the stream. So, yay us! We're all fucked. Yay! It could be bad. Could be bad. It could be a lot worse. I mean, at least we're not the government of Iran right now, so that could be, you know, at least we haven't just been absolutely curb stomped by the awesome military power of America. So that would be a good thing, I suppose. We lost a super or two as well. Yes, we took a note of them though, so don't worry, we'll get to them in just a moment. In the meantime,
yeah,
though,
I remember them. That's fine.
For being here, we do appreciate you for being here and sticking with us through the fucking crisis that happened. Let's be honest, it's nowhere near the worst thing that's ever happened on a stream on this channel. We've had literal earthquakes and typhoons that have taken them down before.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
I think we'll be okay. And considering that we are only here to review one singular solitary episode of Red Dwarf, a very, very good one, by the way, and one littered with lore, if you know anything about the back end. And also then go ahead and finally fulfill the pledge that we made like 6 weeks ago to continue our rankings. And if there's still time, maybe even a fucking Jackbox or so. We'll see what happens.
Why
but
not?
Anyway, thanks for being here. You guys fucking rule. With all of that said, it is, of course, WTF Live. It's Sunday. We're going to be ranking some Red Dwarf, but before we get into all of that, let's do some intros. John, how's the tum?
You know, I think shouting kind of helps. So,
oh, cool. Keep it going.
Yeah. So, you know, I think
boost.
Exactly. So, no, I think you know, I'll tough it out.
Literally just
yeah. Yeah, no, I woke up and I was just kind of like, oh man. I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, oh, I ate some fish. I'm like, Jesus, is it that bad? Yes. Yeah. Is it that bad now that I'm 45 and I just, it's like, you think that,
you think it will never catch up with you? I know.
Well, it's like just you don't know until like it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I guess that's something I can't do anymore.
I used to think I'd be able to see clearly forever.
Indeed. So yeah, woke up with a little bit of a, I guess, just a queasy stomach, and was waiting around for everybody. And yeah, the shouting I think did help actually though. So, and we need to do this ranking.
We gotta get done, man. It's at this point,
it has to happen. Yeah, like
my vengeance ends now.
That's right. I will see this through to the end. No, I'm the man on the internet. No,
it's gotta be done.
Yeah, I'll be fine. It's if I've gotten through far worse, so you know. But yeah, other than that, I really haven't done much in the last little bit, other than go and get groceries and eat something, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I should probably lay down, and I thought I'd feel better by the time I woke up, and I did not. So I'm drinking coffee. We're here to do a thing.
Let's currently contracted what I had, so she's sick as well. So all hell's breaking loose, but that's just basically Tuesday.
Indeed.
You know,
so yeah,
except for Sunday.
Yeah, let's fucking go. You know, we can do this. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll do most of the talking anyway, like always. So don't worry about it.
Indeed.
Rhoda, how the devil are you?
Pretty brilliant, actually. Really, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Had a great stream last night with Scooby Puff over on her channel, and we've been talking, and she's gonna do a return appearance on my channel sometime soon. So that went really well. Obviously, you were on SNH last night. I had a good time in chat there as well.
You did. You were very good in chat. I was keeping tabs on you, as well as Rumble. Actually, they were good too. It was nice.
Yeah, we had a really good time. Really good evening. I've bust through 600 followers on X now, and hit 325 on YouTube. So yeah, everything's kind of going my way at the moment.
Good God.
Sorry, I had to run away and have a piss, but I suddenly had to run away and have a piss.
And no one would ever have known if you hadn't said so.
Yeah.
Just keep
whatever.
it clear.
But thank you for the transparency, I suppose.
Yeah, that's me, transparency all over.
Yeah.
That's not correct at all. The limit is not that full. It is, in fact, devoid of fullness right now. Apart from the fact that we did receive already a couple of donos. St. Hugo gifted a membership, and EV Mux lost it. So apologies that I can't put it on screen, but noted. Thank you very much indeed.
Help me create the future of the white race.
And we received €2.50 from our good man of the Eastern European region, our friend the Bulgarian Brood, Helzo, who unfortunately he's still going on with it. He's got a lot going on at the moment between band stuff and just life and trying to balance YouTube with it. And I absolutely understand how that feels. So no worries if he can't make it. But we have to go on with the show. And he did drop us a €2.50 super chat just to advocate for the glory of Vindaluvia. So he said the Vindaluvians send their regards, and we must always advocate for the glory of Vindaluvia.
Let's have some Vindaluvians in chat, guys.
We got to get some Vindaluvians in chat for Helzo not being here. So if you're here and you're at least a member, get in the fucking chat and drop some Vindaluvians. And if you don't know what they are, my glamorous assistant Rhoda has just demonstrated for you in the chat right now. So there we go. Vindaluvians out, lads, for Helzo. Thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate you very much. And also, I guess that probably comes to more than $5 USD. Yeah, wait, what? Oh, right. Yeah, that's not been deleted from yesterday. Yes, it does. It's over $5.
Thank you for $5.
Wait. So I'm still too fucking quiet? Am I still too fucking quiet?
I don't think so.
Everyone's telling me I'm too quiet.
You're much quieter than John, and you're much quieter than Eclipse.
Right. Okay. Well,
I mean, I can hear you.
I guess I'll just throw everything up to absolute maximum then and see if that makes me any more audible than before. But there you go. We'll see how it works. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. We'll see. I literally don't have any more gain to give, guys. So there we go. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. But it is not this hour. This hour we review Red Dwarf because we have one more episode of Series 10 to go. And of course, it is a brand new month, which means we would like you to hit the limit. We would like you to give us your attention, your generosity, and your, well, frankly, you know, paying for tits. Because yes, we do, and yes, we always will. So there we go. Anyway, right. So we have one remaining episode of Red Dwarf from Series 10 to review. We didn't get to it last week for various reasons. The last couple of weeks have been a bit fucking heavy-handed on this show, to be honest. It's just between me being sick and then before that we had technical difficulties. It's just been rough.
It's part of the reason why I was like, I'm powering through this. We're getting to the end of this season.
You know,
we're taking care
I
of this
really
rank.
respect that. I really do respect that. I respect that you bothered to do that. So thank you. We're gonna get through this fucking shit, guys. Like this, all else, it all will pass. So we're gonna go right ahead and we're gonna slap our way into episode 6 of Series 10. Which let's just discuss Series 10 for a moment while I get this set up, because Rhoda, when we had a lot of conversations about this before we started, and I was telling you it's much better than you remember. I've watched it more times. It doesn't have the stigma that we attached to it the first viewing. I think you've come around to my way of thinking, right?
Yeah, I mean, you were right. It is a lot better than I remembered. I really enjoyed rewatching it, and I probably wouldn't have rewatched it if we weren't doing this. So, cheers, basically.
Well, then, thanks for coming up with the idea that we did this from the fucking beginning in the first place. So there you go. Turnabout's fair play. All is well. And so far, I mean, basically, when it comes to the rankings, which you know what, let's take a look at them first, just before we get into this. Just let's refresh ourselves on the rankings, because this is where we're going with the remainder of the stream. John had the very bright idea that we could do this today and catch up with ourselves by Tuesday, so that would be a very good idea. We've been ranking Red Dwarf now and watching and reviewing Red Dwarf for what is now 8 months or so.
Something like that. Good bit of time.
It was roughly right after Doctor Who finished.
Mm-hmm.
No, we had to actually interrupt Red Dwarf for Doctor Who, didn't we? I think.
I think for one episode.
I think we had to interrupt Red Dwarf for getting the C.
Oh, okay. So we started right after after Doctor Who finished then.
Yeah, because it was around the time that Ryan. It was shortly after Ryan was no longer able to be on YouTube.
Oh yeah. We wrote on to join the Red Dwarf ranking. Yeah. Okay, well, so at the moment, the way it stands is we have obviously the absolute classics, the unmitigated, beautiful bastards of Red Dwarf, running from Gunman of the Apocalypse through Back to Reality. We've got Terraform, Polymorph. We've got Stoke Me a Clipper, Blue, and then we've got. Although I started to think that maybe we should be a little kinder to Marooned, because it is such a fucking genius bit of writing. Yeah. Hard to say though. I think I'm gonna do it. Justice, just because of the absurdity of the situation and the lore dumpage that goes on and the Crichton felting of Rimmer. So many things. We got Sirens for many reasons. Backwards, it's actually slumped down quite a bit compared to some of the others at this point. Which is
I'm surprised how low down Backwards has gone, but I know why.
It was originally number 1 when we dropped it.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we started, I thought it was going to end up as number 1.
I know you did, yeah. And the thing is, there's plenty of conversations that could argue that the Backwards does belong at number 1, but reality here is we review them as we go. We review them as fairly as we can.
Right.
And we actually had to come down pretty hard on Backwards, because as much as it's an icon of Red Dwarfitude, there's real huge issues in it.
It's one of the first times
as funny as it is, it would probably be in the middle of the pack based on just the issues alone. So there you go.
It was one of the first times we found ourselves facing a 4-hour stream.
It was. That was back when we had never really done that before. Yeah. And then just last time we were all together, like scheduled, we did a 6-hour stream, just ripping on the quartering mostly. And of course,
we literally had to stop streaming before the stream stopped.
We had to stop, or we would be literally kicked. Yeah. So there you go. We've got Quarantine as well, which I put in the thumbnail because I don't think Mr. Flibble gets anywhere near enough love. And hang on a second, I've just discovered my calculator is writing books of numbers right now in my pocket, so goodbye. Then we've got not Ticket a Ride, it's Beyond a Joke, just for the Crichton sequence at the start. We've got Dimension Jump, we've got Legion, we've got Stasis League, we've got some of the Series 8 parts, we've got Crichton TV and Back in the Red Part 2, Ticket a Ride there, Wax World, Meltdown it's called. Obviously we've also got Nanarchy and Epideme, which really did better than I thought they would do because of the drama, because of the good writing in them. We got obviously the original, The End, and then it's Thanks for the Memory, Ouroboros, and still clinging on by a thread, though I maintain that most of these fucking episodes are better than that, Confidence and Paranoia, because I think that was the first episode that really blew John's mind when it came to Red Dwarf, because it manifestations of your internal psyche.
It is one of my favorites as well.
Fair enough.
I advocated for it quite strongly.
I'll never fucking try to play dictator on this channel. Never. Not when we do this. There's a reason I don't review these all by myself, and that's because I want it to be a team effort, so fair enough. When it comes to that, it was the all-time classics, and they're definitely represented. When it comes to brilliant comedy, we've got things like, not Rimmerworld, I can't even think what it's fucking called anymore.
Hollow Ship.
Hollow Ship, of course.
Yep.
We've also got White Hole, we've got Inquisitor, we've got Future Echoes, we've got Angels and Demons, Demons and Angels. We've got part 1 of Back in the Red. We've got Rimmerworld there. We've got part 3 of Back in the Red. We've got Parallel Universe. We've got Better Than Life. We've got DNA. Polymorph 2, Emo Hawk. Pete, part 1. There's a lot of Series 8 in here, actually. Then we've got Cassandra. Me Squared. Back in the Red Part 3. Duck Soup, Queeg, and at this point it's just a challenge for me to be able to name them all. We've got Body Swap, Camille, the end of fucking, what's it called? God damn it, Series 6. I can't think what it's actually called anymore. I can never remember what that fucking episode is called. We've got Time Slides, we've got The Last Day, we've got Crichton, we've got Balance of Power, but in the Fun But Flawed, we still only have literally
Out of Time was the last episode of season 6.
Right, exactly. In the Fun But Flawed category, we've had to be quite strict. They have to have flaws that are noticeable enough that they distract from the fun you're having. So we had Waiting for God as the only one for a while because it was kind of annoying the way that the high-minded ideas that they could have easily pulled off in series 4, 5, 6 were wasted on an episode that of course they wasted it. It was the biggest plot point they had, the new fledgling felis sapien race. Of course they went down that rabbit hole, but they should have waited. If they knew they were going to have 12 seasons, they might have fucking waited, but there it is. But nothing compares to the absolute worst episode of Red Dwarf. Unfortunately, one that made us laugh like fucking children watching it, but only the good. Just so riddled with internal inconsistencies, like plot, lore breaks, physics breaks, chemistry breaks. It just doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, it's not got plot holes, it's got plot canyons.
When it's when it's a minute and a half, like 90 seconds, that resulted in me having over 30 serious plot questions. You fucked up. In sci-fi, that's a cardinal sin. So that's why it remains the worst. What I will say is that nothing we've watched since is as bad as Only the Good. No matter what you might think of Back to Earth or any of the episodes of Series 10, none of them fall apart as quickly as Only the Good does in 90 seconds. So we'll not to remove the stakes or anything. It's all about where they end up. But that's the ranking as we see it, and as it stands right now, I 100% hang my hat on this and say this is my list with you guys.
Yeah, no. I think we've been, you know, I mean, there's always a level of subjectivity to these things, but I think we've tried to be
we try to remove that subjectivity a little bit.
I think we've tried to be as subjectively kind of balanced on the way that we hold each episode.
Laughter is subjective, right? So the only real consensus we can arrive at is when things either make us laugh on levels we'll never forget, or they move us emotionally in similar levels. Maybe less so when the show is primarily a comedy. But basically, yeah. I mean, Gunman of the Apocalypse, objectively the best episode of Red Dwarf, I think, to date. It just creases me up every time I see it. It's the tightest script they've ever written as well. You know? Yeah. There are some episodes of Series 10 I would argue are as tightly written as Gunman of the Apocalypse, maybe just slightly shy on the farce. But they pulled off like lightning in a bottle with Gunman of the Apocalypse. High farce, high comedy, ludicrousness, sci-fi concepts up the arse, and the tightest script they could possibly have written for it. So that, I think, is why it remains number one. And I feel like that's a fairly objective thing to say at this point, despite the fact that we arrived at it through subjective means. But there we go. Anyway, we will get on then to review the last episode of Series 10, and then we'll be ranking not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, but 9 episodes of Red Dwarf in this show, starting with Back to Earth Part 1 all the way to this exact episode right here that we will be dealing with very soon. I don't know why it's uploaded them all in the wrong order.
It is the ranking.
It is indeed the ranking. We'll be having ourselves a great big rank together, guys. So get ready to rank each other off massively. Anyway, speaking of ranking me off, James OP for 10 USD, like a king, says throws a wrench, check DM for more test images, image to image, styles.
Yes, he's been sending me some very great images that I need to pass along to Toasty. She's going to... She enjoyed the first batch.
Are they safe for work?
I haven't seen myself just yet, but I just know he
says before you get too far into the episode review. Okay, that's a fair fucking thing to say. Hang on a second. Let me have a look. What we got? We got this. Hey, that's pretty good. You know that actually is.
Yeah.
That's a little uncanny. You know that apart from the volumetric lighting and obvious 8K settings, that doesn't look so different from what Toasty probably looks like in real life. It's pretty good. Why? Hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, yo, what the? Very nice. Very nice. I feel like I'm going to have to end up doing a revision of her fucking music video at this point if these keep getting generated.
Oh, we got... Yeah. We got stuff in the works. That I'm always up for new stuff.
I'm starting to think that Toasty might just be James OP's muse. I think maybe. Is she your muse, James?
He sent me a message on why he chose Toasty. He said because she's got certain features that works well. So yeah.
Well, I actually would imagine that the bald head and the heightened makeup levels and the very distinctive features, but also the plain face would allow you to, yeah.
It gives
if we're going to be serious
a
about it, I
baseline.
was just trying to tease James. That's all.
Yeah,
you know.
but it says it gives him a good baseline to test out.
Yeah,
everything.
very versatile face, easy to caricature as well. Kind of like how you ever read One Punch Man?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you can draw Saitama in like 50 different ways? Because basically it's just a circle, a couple of eyes, and a mouth and a nose and some ears.
Right.
If that's all you want to draw. But if you want it to be more detailed than that, then you can.
Right.
Yeah. So I can completely understand. This is fucking crazy. This is not even Pixar. This is DreamWorks Toasty.
Right.
This is look at this shit. This is DreamWorks Toasty right there. That's Universal Toasty. That looks like it was made by Illumination.
Right.
That's really cool.
She looks like she'd be right in. Like, if you're gonna cast a human version of like Wendy Cooper in the Mario movie one day, it looks like this. There you go. We got another one too. Now that's Pixar.
Right.
Slightly less caricatured, slightly closer to real proportions, as opposed to DreamWorks, which is just ludicrous, you know. Anyway, there you go. That's my take. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah.
Absolute fucking legend for $10.
Drop it.
All
if he,
right.
no, if when James gets that thing set up to actually do video clips, that's gonna be.
Well, that might take a while.
I know.
That's going to require about
when
like
or if,
300 times the service and stuff.
True enough. True enough. Yeah, that is kind of like a farm level worth.
I mean,
of stuff to do.
We'll see if we can ever get there. But
yeah,
I think.
But
if
the
that's
images
happen,
are coming.
We're
along
going to
great.
have to actually make use of this fucking service that he's created for us.
Yeah.
Routinely every day, and give him some indication that it's actually worth the investage.
Yeah.
To go ahead, the investment to. Actually bother. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother at all if I were him. But there we go. Anyway, let me see.
Well, I'm certainly being a little bit more active in the realms of all that, trying to figure out methods. So,
give me like 90 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm really sorry. I just got to go and deal with a thing.
No worries.
Try to keep up the energy. No dead air. Engage with the chat. See if you can grift. You know.
Yeah, I've got plenty of energy today. I've had a really good couple of days. I know I was only talking to you last night, John, but like what happened after that was really, really good. Yeah, basically making new connections, talking to more people, and having a bloody good laugh about it. So pretty damn fantastic. Pretty damn fantastic.
Oh, I'm glad that you're having.
And you went shopping.
Yeah.
Did you buy any nice cabbage?
No.
Oh no.
No, I did not get.
Why did you not do that?
I'm what we call extremely broke, you know, so I can only get a certain amount of things, which is why I was like, I'll just get like some canned fish. And I didn't think it was going to be all that big of a deal, but evidently it threw me off. So
that's I do eat canned fish, like it's especially like I do have like tinned katsu mackerel. So yeah, maybe you just got a bad batch.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, but you know, but either way, that's the only thing that's I can really account for being different from yesterday. But
of course, there is the very, very sad news that Rob Grant passed away, one of the creators of Red Dwarf. So I guess we should probably talk about that.
Yeah, okay. Before we get into it, unfortunately, yeah, you're absolutely right. I can't believe I forgot that, actually. It's just been a hell of a week. Rob Grant, sadly, ladies and gentlemen, has passed away. Now, Rob Grant is kind of a controversial name, I suppose, if you're in certain circles among the Red Dwarf fandom, because, on the one hand, no Rob Grant, no Red Dwarf. That much we can say with absolute certainty. It was the Gestalt entity of Rob Grant and Doug Naylor that created Red Dwarf, hence the name Grant Naylor Productions. On the other hand, he... I mean, look, history is history. Facts don't care about your feelings, right? He bailed. He bounced. He bailed, he bounced, and he allegedly tried to extort Doug Naylor for a lot of money based on his co-creation of Red Dwarf. So he gave up. He didn't want to come back. he didn't want to write together anymore. And then he grifted off Red Dwarf during the lockdown with several podcasts, mostly just berating it. Kind of a douchey move, but at the end of the day, we must salute Rob Grant for everything he gave to Red Dwarf. I mean, I think a lot of the really wackier jokes at the beginning were from him. Doug Naylor evolved as a writer to be much more of a dramatic writer and pay more attention to like lore and canon. I feel like the concepts probably came from Doug, and a lot of the incidental humor came from Rob. That's just my personal take.
Well, I read that the two of them came up with the idea and wrote it down on the back.
On a beer mat. Yeah. That's urban legend. Apparently that's never been proven and no one has ever confessed to it, but that's what everyone said. They wrote it on the back of a bar mat, of a beer mat, yeah. Although when they did that, if that's true, allegedly that happened when they were writing it as a sketch for one of the many sketch shows that they used to do sketches for, like Spitting Image and things like that.
Right.
So that part I can completely agree. I can believe completely. Like, okay, you guys went ahead and you created yourselves a sketch, and then you decided actually we could flesh these characters out, and later it became a TV show. You know what I mean? Either way, look, I'm only saying the negative stuff along with the positive because I feel like that has to be the fair thing to do. I've been to
We have to be factual.
I've been to a lot of funerals for a lot of dead jazz legends, and they had to take the rough with the smooth in their eulogies, as given from people. A lot of them.
Well, I mean, that's
people
kind of the way of
screwed
jazz,
over
right?
in one way or another at some point. So there we go. It will still never be as bad as what my dad did at his former band leader's funeral. When I told you before, when they had a moment of silence and my dad's phone went off and said, "Good news, everyone." Because that was my dad. Bless his fucking heart. Everyone was laughing except me. I was mortified. And then I laughed for like 20 seconds later. You know, but it was pretty funny. It's never funny when someone dies. It's never good when someone dies. There's no way to spin it.
Yeah, no.
Especially when someone has gone and become part of a legacy of such high quality entertainment. So regardless of whatever went down, whatever was good and or bad regarding Rob Grant, it's the passing of a legend in a certain circles. So we salute to Rob, and see you later, Smeghead.
Indeed.
What else can I possibly say than that?
He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smig. Hey.
All right then. With that said, let's begin, I suppose. And before we do that, though, we do have another super chat from the man, the myth, the legend, kicking off the month with a nice little stipend, little fucking kick up the arse for the limit. Thank you so much. $5. It says, I don't have the horsepower for ample video. I can make videos, but I have one machine. Elon has entire server farms.
True.
I don't just restrict
Yes.
imaging. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
exactly. That's why
Yeah.
While in my beautiful fever dreams, James OP has a server farm and I can just eliminate grok from my entire existence.
Right.
The issue I have is that I can create really great images, better images, with OP's Forge, but I can't create videos there because I wouldn't want to do that to my buddy James. So, you know, it becomes like, okay, how much can I make this look like what I want it to look like? Then feed it back into grok to get it to give me its diluted take of it. Then use grok's unlimited video making potential to turn it into what I want. There's definitely a spot in there for using OP's AI for what I would call refinement. And if you guys who were in that chat with the after show with me and Scooby and everyone a few weeks ago will know exactly what my process is. There's definitely a stage in there where some serious refinement could take place. Right. And that's where I'm getting in with Opie's. But the other thing he's done, which is extremely helpful for me, is he has a lot of I don't understand. I'm not even going to pretend to understand, but there are provisions made that I could like dump the entire lore of the universe of my book series in there and actually just use that as a basis. So I like a fucking annex for my brain. Right. Which I need more than anyone I've ever met in my life. You know, so that there's no fucking holding back if that's the case. I can do anything with that. So thank you, James. Appreciate you, buddy. You're a fucking legend.
Indeed.
And a massive supporter of the channel. Long may it continue, and thank you so much. Fucking king among men. Thank you for
Thank you for $5.
You assume the book will still come out. Oh, it will. Oh, yeah, it will. There's no doubt about that. JJ would like to use it. I guarantee you JJ would get a lot of use out of that because I know the kind of things that JJ likes to make, and I know that Opie's AI would be perfect for them. So you two should probably have a chat. All right, Red Dwarf Series 10, Episode 6, the finale. It is called The Beginning. Which I feel like before we get into this any further, I feel like that was a placeholder name for what they thought would probably end up being the final episode of Red Dwarf.
Right.
And
what was
if
the
they
first
knew they
episode being called The End?
The End, yeah. Everyone was kind of waiting for The Beginning, and then this episode came out and it's called The Beginning, and then we get 2 more series and then like a 2-part movie over it. So it's like, okay. I mean, there are probably a billion titles for this episode that are better. Most Red Dwarf titles, I would say, are spot on. This is one of the most misplaced titles they've ever done.
Right.
No, this definitely, as far as I'm concerned, the beginning happens when Lister arrives on Fiji with a cat and Kachansky.
Yeah.
Even if he's 180 years old, that's the beginning, as far as I'm concerned, and I will not accept the beginning as anything other than that. But we'll see, you know. We'll see. In the meantime, we've picked up another couple of fucking super chats for these lovely people. James says I should come on and explain what I built someday. Sure. Okay. Yeah. We'll do it on a
Please
hyperdrive
do.
time. Yeah, we won't do it on a show when I've got the panel on because I tend to try to. They get out of control way too fast. So let's just call it what it is. It'll be much easier when it's just me, a solo show, and if you want to come on and talk about something, then we can absolutely discuss that. Absolutely.
Indeed.
No issue. Yeah, show it off. Why not? Let's do it. I did it for nobody, and I had no hand in any of that. So yeah, I will absolutely do it for you, James. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for another $5.
Thank you for $5.
Still got a cold, so if I sound bunged up, it's because of just the fucking shit that's still in my head. Paul Ashworth is here, having gifted 1 for the Griff Force and the princesses like a goddamn motherfucking king.
Help me create the future of the white race.
Fucking lootly, and of course, once again, we're at 25% of the limit. That would be great if we could hit the whole fucking thing. I know I can tell my wife that we'll probably be okay in April. So that would be nice. And that would be a great start. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. In the meantime, yeah, we'll have a whole talk one day. We'll do that. Why not? Fuck it. Let's do it. It's not like... I feel like you guys would show up anyway at this point. Like, not that that means I'm going to start phoning it in or anything, but I feel like you guys would definitely watch that. So that's great. All right, Red Dwarf, episode 6 of Series 10. We are going to have to go through this. It is this is a very interesting episode, actually, because it is many things in one. They had an episode planned, and about 60% of that episode script became unfilmable during the production. The BBC or Dave or whoever fucked around, and Doug Naylor found out, apparently. where basically they had turned around and told him, "No, we really can't do this anymore. The budget's gone. The time's up." They had the most restrictive fucking shooting schedule for this show in the first place for this series, which explains why Craig Charles had to do Fathers and Sons whilst being actually really sick.
Right.
So, and still turned in one of his best performances in all of Red Dwarf ever. But what we've got here is a plot that was initially intended to run alongside Fathers and Sons, because this episode pertains explicitly to Rimmer and his father, which is a subject we haven't really explored in depth. And the last time we explored it at all was in Better Than Life.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there's going to be a different actor. The actor who played his father initially is dead. They got a guy who looks reasonably similar enough that we can just let it go.
Yeah.
We're going to get young Rimmer in the Space Corps Academy. We're gonna get social experiments. We also have a character who appears in this called Hoagie the Rogie. And if you're not sure who he is, and to be honest, I wasn't the first time I saw this. I was like, who's this Hoagie guy? And then I found out who he is, the lore about him. He was intended originally to be part of the Red Dwarf movie, as were most of the jokes surrounding him, his endless requests for duels across time and space.
Right.
I feel like that would have been... That's definitely a Red Dwarf movie joke.
Yeah.
That's like a joke they had nowhere else to put. So they brought it in for this to put together an episode that turns out to be one of the stronger episodes of the whole series, to be honest.
Right.
But it's cobbled together from bits of the best writing that Doug has ever done. So we got Rimmer's relationship with his father, coupled with things that were holdovers from the movie that were set to give you the tone of Red Dwarf overall in 5 seconds flat. You'll see when we get there. But Hoagie is clearly a character whose whole purpose is to explain to a complete newbie what the tone of Red Dwarf really is, because we've had our alien horror monsters, we've had our xenomorphs, we've had our rogue droid simulant warships, we've had life and death situations, and 20 years passed since then. They're all fucking old now. So how do you think they'd respond if a fucking rogue simulant showed up looking for a fight?
Exactly.
Especially a completely deranged one like Hoagie the Rogie. So that's all I'm going to tell you. We'll get into the episode from here. And oh wait, hang on. I've just realized I fucked up and shared the window instead of the screen, and that doesn't seem to work when we do it with VLC. So Rhoda, enjoy your few seconds of fame here while you wave to the camera, and I'll I don't know. It works sometimes. It doesn't work most of the time. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get back to where we were. All right. Red Dwarf 10. Here we are. We're going in. So we're on Io, the first moon of Jupiter, which is actually true. It's also widely known as the birthplace of one Arnold Judas Rimmer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your boy Rimmer is going to do some high-class quality rimmering at this point. Oh, thank you. You did it for me. Shit. I fucked it up now. Okay. Let's have a look then. We're in University of Io Polytechnic, which I suppose is not a university, but a high school. And we see here a man who looks reasonably similar enough to Rimmer's dad that we know automatically that it is Rimmer's dad, because we saw the word Io, and then we see a guy dressed like this. So it's fair to assume, if you know anything about Red Dwarf, that it is indeed Rimmer's dad. By the way, shout out to Rob Grant, still getting credited for the show, even though he left years earlier by this point. Doug Naylor is a fucking... Well, he's probably legally obliged, but you get the impression he would have done it anyway. I like Doug Naylor a lot. Anyway, he says, your next up, an experiment to measure peer pressure. And if you know anything about Rimmer, you know that he's going to fail this experiment spectacularly.
Right.
He says, how much is the individual influenced by the group? By the way, this chick on the left, low-key kind of fit.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, you know, I would. For whatever reason, everyone is dressed like it's the 1950s. That's a stylistic choice that they definitely made consciously.
Right.
Fair enough. You've even got plug sockets on the walls like that. By the way, they were using literally a Dave meeting room for this scene, so that's why it looks like such a jank-ass classroom in the middle of the far, far future. But whatever. Anyway, let me get the comments back on the screen here. There we go. And catch up with them, actually, so I can see what's going on. Shout out to Sheferoth. Nice name. So we are here in the middle of a social experiment. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but this chick, if you've seen Spaced, she low-key reminds me of Jessica Hines playing Daisy Steiner, which we will get to soon. But anyway, how much is the individual influenced by the group? Seeing as Arnold Rimmer's late, the subject of this experiment can be him. Which, I suppose if you don't know yet, you'd be like, well, that makes sense. The fact that it's clearly going to be a thing about him and his dad, it comes in later, which is kind of a punchline that I've ruined already, but whatever. When he finally does the honor of turning up, I shall ask you a set of questions, and I want you to answer accordingly. So he passes the papers out, and he's going to run a social experiment. Meanwhile, we catch up with young Rimmer, freaking out. Oh my god, first day of term and I'm late. So embarrassing. He'll kill me. And he walks in and the teacher says, Mr. Rimmer, I hope we haven't inconvenienced you too much by starting on time. And Rimmer sits down and says, sorry, father. And he says, I'm father outside college. Inside college, I'm sir or lecturer Rimmer. Understand? He says, yes, father. I mean, sir. And the girl next to him, looks like she's a little amused by him, you know? I mean, maybe she's rocking, maybe she's a Matt Smith fan or something. I don't know if it's the bow tie. Bow ties are cool, after all. But, by the way, they're not. But they are for whatever reasons here. And this I think, low-key busty brunette is looking at him a little bit like, you know, maybe he should just have fucking nutted up and found his balls, but unfortunately Rimmer is incapable of something like that.
Indeed.
So he's vocally telling himself about how embarrassed he is as she laughs sympathetically. Seriously, Rimmer, you were in here, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Come on, Lindsay.
You've never been more in than you are with this lady right here next to you. She's into you, bruv. She's like, oh, he looks like a bit of a silly boy, but oh well, I think he's a bit dishy or something. I don't know. Whatever chicks say. Anyway, he says, we're about to run through a few questions as part of psi profiling. Says, okay. Take a look at this color. And he holds up a sheet, which I'll have to be a bit more precise about. Clearly, it's purple. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says, is it purple, blue, or green? He says, hands up, purple. And of course, Rimmer holds up his hand. Because it is fucking purple.
Mm-hmm.
Then he says, hands up, blue. And then he says, green. And everyone puts their hands up. And Rimmer doesn't quite know what to do, so he joins up as well. He's like, because of course it's Rimmer, and no matter how much he might consider himself a natural-born leader, a space cadet in waiting, a man of honor, a man of prestige, he is of course a natural-born follower, a bottom-feeding, cowardly speckhead.
Right.
And so of course he follows the trend and puts his hand up for the wrong color. Thus proving the hypothesis of the experiment and being thrown under the bus by his father. Next, he says, a fallopian tube is a musical instrument. True or false? And he laughs. And he says, true, and everyone puts their hands up. So, of course, so does Rimmer. And the girl next to him is like, oh, I feel really sorry for this guy. I'm going to sit on his face later.
Yeah, she can play. He can play her fallopian tubes.
Right, he can play her fallopian tubes. Exactly. Yes, indeed. Like a wind instrument. And anyway, maybe it's the glasses thing. I don't know. It just does it for me or something. But then the girl decides that she is going to throw Rimmer a bone. she tells him, "You're a guinea pig."
Right.
At which point you're like, huh? Well, oh, I see. You're the test subject. You're being used as a guinea pig. Maybe she could have been a little more precise in what she said to him, but she probably didn't have a lot of time because it seems that Mr. Rimmer is very strict.
Right.
And he looks at it and he writes back. And he takes a second and he takes out his Sharpie for some reason that they have in the 23rd century. And he writes a response to her. And then he, with a bit of a cavalier expression on his face, slides it back to her and it writes, "And you're a baboon, Four Eyes, because it's Rimmer!" Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's Rimmer!
So much for any opportunity.
I kind of wish he'd said gibbon instead of baboon.
It doesn't matter, really.
I just think it's a funnier word. But
well, the thing is,
it's a great joke. And that guy,
about this is that you believe you could hear Chris Barry's voice saying it.
Right.
Yeah. That guy playing young Rimmer though has like
Solid,
he
yeah.
really fucking nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
good casting.
As you might expect, he did have a little bit of a chat with Chris Barry, who coached him on the inner workings of Rimmer's mind. So he was able to nail the performance, of course. So there we go. He's
spot on.
So there we go. There it is. Yeah. And he looks at her like, well, you know, you fuck you then. And then she's look at her. She's so sad.
Yeah.
They've clearly directed this scene to imply to you that Rimmer could have got his end away there easily, and just because he's such an arrogant piece of shit, completely undeserved. And to be fair, a lot of that is going to get explained in this episode. Finally, we've had a lot of Rimmer lore dumps before, but this one does a lot of heavy lifting for the character because well, we'll see. But I think it's fair to say that Rimmer's father's influence on him is probably the most potent in creating him as he is.
Yeah.
And whatever. So here we are. We're 3 million years later. And Rimmer is just sitting, snoring away, reading a book about Space Corps military strategies. As he wakes up, and there is a security breach on G deck, and we get a picture of this guy, a rogue simulant. Oh no. Something has gone terribly wrong. And using his molecular destabilizer, Hoagie the Rogie has arrived on Red Dwarf. Now, if you've not seen this episode before, you will interpret this the way you're supposed to. Oh shit! Every other time a rogue simulant has been on Red Dwarf, it's been life and death.
Right.
It's been a serious shit, you know. And now we've got this fucker. And, but, you know, there have been 20 years since the good old days of looting space derelicts and fighting rogue simulants, so maybe their attitudes have changed. We'll find out. We find the cat having a nice little beauty sleep with cucumbers on his eyes, like my goddamn wife, and a gun arrives next to his head, and a voice says, "You kills my brother." The cat wakes up and goes, "Huh?"
Shifts one cucumber.
Goes, "Oh, you got the wrong quarters, bud. You want Lister. That's 2 floors down, 2nd on the right, 4th on the left. Good night."
It's a cat-like response.
Crichton is busy mopping as Hoagie the Rogie approaches. "You kills my brother." 1 floor down,
One
sir.
floor
Elevator at the end of the hallway.
The Crichton even calls him Sir.
Sir, yeah.
Well, he has
Finally, we get
business.
to Lister, having a little sleep. The gun arrives once more at Lister's bunk. It's worth pointing out, Hoagie the Rogie cannot see properly.
Right.
The actor playing him couldn't see properly either because they created the prosthesis to be so obstructive to your vision that it would help the performance.
Right.
But basically, yeah, he's It's Hoagie the Rogie. He's a rogue simulant, every bit as dangerous as the others, supposedly. Finally, we arrive at Lister. You killed my brother. He goes, oh, smeg off, Rimmer. I'm trying to sleep, man. So he shoots his gun, and Lister wakes up. He goes, you killed my brother. Lister says, no, I didn't. He goes, oh, yes, you did. No, Smeggin didn't. I am here to challenge those who kills my brother to a duel to the agonizing death. He says, I will give you 5 of your Earth minutes, and then I will pursue you across space until the end of time itself. I will not rest until you are choking on your own warm blood. Rimmer walks in, says, sounds fair to me.
Right.
And if you haven't picked up yet, this apparently has become quite a regular occurrence aboard Red Dwarf. Yeah. So he walks in, Rimmer, and you know it's not a threat because Rimmer walks in and says, well, sounds fair to me. Instead of panicking, you know. He just put out Rimmer. Don't encourage him. He says, do you accept the challenge, Hugo? A duel across time and space? And Lister says, no. He goes, why? He says, Hoagie, you are always doing this. Picking fights and then challenging us to duels across time and space. He goes, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you smegging are. He goes, you rogue droids are obsessed with duels across time and space. He goes, you insult my kind, saying we are obsessed with duels across time and space. I therefore challenge you to a duel across time and space. Brilliant. He goes, I will give you 5 of your no duels across time and space. He goes, why?
Shut it down.
He goes, look, at first it was fun. It distracted us from being stuck in deep space. No way of getting back home, but we're all dueled out. Our dueling days are over. Duelos anonos. He goes, oh, please, no. I will give you a little start. No. But we are in deep space. It's light years from anywhere. There's nothing else to do. You think I don't know that? So how we can keep from going crazy? For you, my friend, it is way too late.
No lie detected.
Then I think Rimmer offers him a ping pong tournament.
Right. Yep.
Get a few buddies together. Rogue Nutters versus the Dwarfers. We already do that. You guys, you always win. Yes. All right then. Crazy Golf. The Botanical Gardens. We'll give you a shot a hole. He goes, oh yeah, like we stand a chance. Because what's wrong with that? Because you'll be knowing all the boroughs, how to get in and out of the little windmills. And you just know at this point that you're watching a scene that Doug Naylor was really proud of.
Right.
He really wanted this to be the beginning of the Red Dwarf movie or something, you know? Or at least
at least it got used because it is fucking good.
It is great, yeah. What I especially love, by the way, if you get a look at the design of Hoagie the Rogie here, not only is he cobbled together from bits and bobs of fucking whatever, he has a comb over.
Right.
He's wearing a helmet, on top of which is a wig.
Yeah, there's layers upon layers of details.
Yeah. It's pretty great. It's pretty fucking great.
Well, it's like the prosthetic eye, of course, is the one he can't see through, and then his eye patch on the other side, I'm assuming, is sheer, so he can kind of see through that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people put in a lot of effort here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it's good that it saw the light of day, so I'm pleased with that, you know? Perhaps it's not the way that Doug Naylor thought it would be seen, but I think it lands really well. I really
it lands.
Like I always forget about this character, and then I watch it and I'm like, oh god, yeah, this guy's brilliant, you know?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Anyway, he threatens them with various things. They offer him various alternatives to duels across time and space, including a cooking contest. But he says, yeah, who can bake the most delicious cake will thrash you. He says, not if it's a cho pastry you want. He goes, oh, big words, my demented friend. He says, what are we playing for? He goes, if I win. And they both say, oh, of course, a duel across time and space. But if you win, a great treasure, the likes of which you have never seen. And he gives them this piece of cloth. And Lister says, oh, a piece of old cloth, huh? He goes, no thanks, we've already got one. He goes, oh, hey, it's a map. He goes, a map the likes of which you have never seen. And then they get annoyed again. He says, everything's the likes of which we've never seen with this guy. He says, do you doubt me? He says, I'm just saying, you'd be surprised the likes of which we have seen. Don't be so quick to say everything's the likes of which we haven't seen. We've seen things the likes of which you probably haven't seen yourself. He says, is that the challenge? They say, no duels.
Kind of want to intersplice that with the whole you have not seen from Ranks of Crime.
You have not seen
right?
what I have seen, yeah, bitch. Yeah. He goes, this map, it shows everything in this galaxy. Every wormhole, every derelict, every planet. He says, where'd you get this? He says, I steal from a simulant death ship. He says, hey, you don't want to mess with those guys. They're deranged. Once you cross them, they hunt you down. He says, not me. I steal while they slumber. I clever as a hedgehog. And right on cue, look out. An alarm as 3 missiles hit Red Dwarf and crack the hole.
Crack the hole, indeed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, from a simulant death ship. And Crichton arrives right on cue and says, sorry to intrude, sir. Is now a good time to clean your quarters? Certainly looks like you could do with a good tidy. He says, oh, sorry, sir. I didn't realize you had company. I'll rework my schedule. And we get... Then Lister says, oh, now's an excellent time, Crichton. Come in, take a seat. He goes, oh, what fun, sir. That's sarcasm, right? You see, I'm getting the hang of it. So, of course, we see that there's a ship outside. Hoagie's comb over gets blown off any second now. Something about a ship outside. Yeah, whatever, eventually... Hoagie gets sucked over to the come on, there we go. There's the comb over. Gets sucked over and plugs up the hole. Comb over firmly off his head at this point. And at that point, everything goes back to normal. Yeah. I guess he's just there forever now.
right. He's just gonna be in the room.
Yeah.
Going forward.
Anyway, so there we go. They decide, obviously, that they've got to get the fuck out, and they're going to have to move to a new bunk, new decks, and whatever.
Right.
Because they can't live here.
Right, because they can't, they don't want to be there with him. I mean, clearly.
Exactly. And Rimmer picks up this thing, which he's never picked up before, but I guess we've never known that he would have to do this before, so it's fair to assume that he has fair reason to want to escape. But there we go. And take this with him. He says, what's that? He says, oh, nothing. Anyway...
This season does seem to kind of take place after the fictional seasons they refer to in...
Yeah, there's some new lore that gets dumped, but that's TV, I guess.
Yeah.
Lister says he'll be back. He don't know when, he don't know how, but he'll be back. Hoagie says, you abandon me? Then I have no choice. I challenge you to a duel. Oh, what's the point? And so there we go. Meanwhile, the simulant death ship is here and has launched several small vessels to create kind of a pincer attack, a surround situation against Red Dwarf. But there we go. So let me get this straight. We're being attacked by something, but we don't know what, and there's no way of finding out what's out there. I have a suggestion, sirs. What? How about we look out of the window? Sometimes the old ways are the best ways. Do it. What, me, sir? On my own? Of course on your own. I love solo missions. I'm on my way, sir. But there you go. Then he says, would you like a written report, sir? Or under these special circumstances, would a verbal account suffice? Get on with it. What's out there? He says, a rogue simulant death ship, sir. A death ship? Yes, sir. Should we be concerned? Concern would be an entirely appropriate response under these circumstances, sir. So there we go. What do you think they want? Although the death ship didn't indicate the exact nature of their business, sir, I'm guessing it's something a bit deathy. Finding us is just a bonus. Cat's like, simulants! Those are the guys who despise humans, right? The ones who won't rest until they've annihilated every single one? Correct, sir. Says, not me then. Excellent. I'll be in the rec room reading this month's copy of I'm OK magazine.
Right.
Yeah. Make no mistake, sir, they will see us all as Mr. Lister's lieutenants. Says, they will show us no mercy. Death ships are captained by special berserker generals who've been crossbred to create an insane biomechanical entity of pure evil. Now we go to inside the death ship, where there's all these candles lit, and we have all these simulants. So this is the first time we've seen like a simulant, like capital ship.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A little bit of a hierarchy of sorts.
And so yeah, there's apparently a hierarchy. Before we've only seen rogue simulants or rogue simulant squads, or duos. We've never seen. Well, we still won't really, but we'll get the impression that it exists, that there is a rogue simulant militia of whom these guys are representatives. So this guy walks up to the guy who's dressed like Jon Snow and says, my dominator, forgive me, I implore you. The Earth One remains alive. And the other one says, forgiveness is a human quality, Chancellor. It has no meaning to a simulant general. You know what you must do. So he slides this sword along the table. Oh, sorry, guys. We all just know what's coming. That's all.
Yeah.
So he slides his sword along the table. And the other simulant considers for a moment, picks the sword up, braces himself for a second, and plunges it in.
Right.
We get gulps, we get groans, we get several seconds
twists it about.
As he twists it around, and we hear the obvious sounds of broadsword seppuku. Or harakiri, as it's actually called. But in England we call it harikari, which is not correct. It's harakiri. But whatever. He says, firstly, polish my sword of spite. As a punishment for your idiocy. And the guy's like, polish? Polish? Now that his guts and entrails are all over it, you know.
Yeah, it's just some solid British humor.
Yeah, it's very British. Very, very British humor. Very dry, very macabre, very British.
It is a bit Python, really.
It's very Python too, yes. Very, very Holy Grail kind of humor, yeah. He says, yes, polish as punishment for your idiocy. Secondly, and the guy says, just polish? Says, yes, just polish. Somehow he hasn't noticed that the guy's like run himself through with the sword, but whatever, doesn't matter.
Right.
So secondly, write me a formal letter of apology. Says, so you just want me to polish your sword and write a letter? Yes. Nothing else? Nothing else. So you don't want me to, I mean, you know, I don't know, commit harikari or anything? He says, of course not. So then we get this squelching, dripping sound as the guy
picks up his various
removes
innards.
the sword. He says, there's this blood-curdling sound effect. He says, well, sir, that wasn't made very clear. when you slid the sword across the table, I naturally assumed you wanted me to commit Harry-Carry. He says, no, I do not. He says, oh, I know that now, sir. And he's holding random bits of organs and flesh. I know that now, sir. Before, though, it was just, it was a bit ambiguous as he's holding his intestines. Apparently, they're bioorganic simulants, so...
It would seem.
He goes, he says, I think a new system is in order. He says, I'm going to go now, sir, my Dominator. Thank you. He goes, He says, oh, Chancellor, you do have a tendency to jump to conclusions. He says,
That's good.
This is almost like, this is Python, this is Mel Brooks, this is, he goes, let this be a little lesson to you. He goes, oh. He smiles, by the way, because he didn't know what he'd done, He goes, oh. I goes, and then he turns around, he picks something up, he goes, oh, that bit looks important. Smiles and backs away.
Right.
That's the dominating laughs,
Layers of little punchy jokes escalating. Yeah. It's
just great. Just a great scene. Just a horrible fucking great bit of British humor. You love it. Yep. You love it. You gotta love it. But there you go. Anyway, so we move on back to Red Dwarf. And they've taken Hoagie's gun, by the way, the molecular destabilizer. They're trying to figure out how it works, but they don't know. They can't figure it out. Lister says it's got lots of different settings, but yeah. Says, do you know how that works? He goes, yeah, it's got lots of different settings, but yeah. He goes, start not. And then he shoots a hole in the floor, and they all fall down one level. Right. Like, literally. Lister transports himself down, shoots the floor again, and they all fall through as well. So there you go. What the hell just happened? What the hell is this thing? Cat says, it's a wibbly gun. He goes, it makes you go all, and then he does this wibblified, which is fine, I suppose. It's kind of unnecessary, but okay. He goes, it appears to destabilize the molecular structure of solid objects, sir. His version was clear. Oh, Lister says his version was clearer. Or Rimmer says it, or someone says it. I don't know. We haven't got the fucking names on the script, sorry. So they plan to head to CB3 and get straight into Blue Midget, and they make their escape. Or at least while they're planning to make their escape, Rimmer is fiddling with his hollow lamp. As it turns out, his father gave it to him when he was a boy. Right. And he told Rimmer expressly not to play it until the day that he becomes an officer and join the Space Corps. The day he becomes a somebody. And so Lister says, or one of them says, so never been played, right?
Right.
And he says, and it shan't until I am an officer. So there we go. And they make good their escape as the mini death ships follow them. Right. Annihilator class ships, that's what they're called. Annihilators. So they're on the run. Here they are in Blue Midget. Can they escape? Asteroid field 80 clicks west. Maybe offer some cover. So Lister decides he's taking it in. So Blue Midget heads directly into the middle of an asteroid belt. I guess Lister is as good a pilot as Han Solo then. Suppose. But there we go.
And he's been doing this,
It has been 30 years at this point, basically. Yeah, well, 20 odd years.
How come he's taken over from the cat as pilot? That's what I want to know.
Well, both of them are pilots.
Yeah.
It's just Lister was the backup pilot. Maybe Cat has something else he could do better. Maybe help with navigation or something, since he has the senses to be able to smell objects through space. The vacuum of space. That seems like the kind of thing that would be very, very useful. I don't know, Rhoda. I don't know, mate. I don't know. For whatever reason, Lister's piloting today.
Yeah.
Maybe they take turns.
Sometimes he just wants to,
It's just nice to see them actually out of Red Dwarf doing something, because this has been a very contained series.
Right.
Very, very much back to basics, back to Series 1, Series 2. So they were like, okay, we're gonna have some fucking adventure time in this one. that doesn't involve teleportation. We're going to be flying through space. We're going to take a blue midget. We're going to go do our thing.
Go out and do a thing.
Even
yeah.
before, when we saw them on Starbug and stuff like that, it was very, very short-lived. We almost got no scenes inside the fucking ship. Even when Lister went off on Starbug and lost it, we didn't see it. You know, they've made good on what they could do, being shoestrung with the budget again. So
right,
you know.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, help us hit the limit, please. We'd like to start this month off with a fucking good bang. And don't forget, there are not only boobers up for grabs, but also, of course, double boobers.
That's right. Grab those boobas.
If we can get the 10.
Give them a squeeze.
Yeah. Of which we are currently 4 out of 10, despite what the 3 out of 10 thing says. So,
indeed.
So there we go. Anyway, the Council of Deranged Lunatic Simulants is here. And you may notice, if you just take a look on the sort of right of my logo, that our boy, the Harakiri committing simulant, has managed to wrap himself in bandages, though he is still bleeding profusely. Great job. I guess they don't have any medics on board the death ship. What a surprise.
Well, you know, most simulants probably know better than to open themselves up. You think?
Well, who fucking knows?
Right.
We also have a cabal here of other elegant, aristocratic-looking simulants.
Right.
And what looks like sort of a simulant holy man as well.
Which is interesting because, you know, in the reality that we actually live in, you know, this is kind of the upward trajectory of the ball worshipping death cult.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Rules
It is
us.
a bit like this was the natural evolution of Hollywood. You know, maybe they started off with simulants making movies or something. Maybe this is the future of AI. Who knows?
Right.
What I can say is that right now they are looking a lot like Game of Thrones, which was really hot on TV at the time. So there we go.
Indeed.
Chat, are we alive? Are we alive? I think we're alive.
Simulant medallion.
So this is like 16 minutes since we had a chat. So anyway, my Dominator, I'm afraid the human insurgents have escaped. They've flown into an asteroid field. That is totally unacceptable. I agree, my Dominator. The security forces have been shambolic. Those responsible should be agonized. I agree also. They all agree. And I also. He says, right. So just before we go any further with this, if you've read the Red Dwarf books, you'll know that outside of the series, Doug Naylor renamed the simulants to agonoids.
Okay.
That's what they're referred to in the books. I personally prefer simulants because it's not as fucking on the nose, you know? But whatever. So I just think it's funny. Agonized. All right, we're going to agonize him. And they all agree. Everyone, they should be agonized. But the guy, the Jon Snow guy, says, I refuse to be surrounded by these toadying sycophants. To which the guy says, I agree, my Dominator. Oh, I agree also. And I. Says, I want each member of my council to think for themselves and not just agree with my every word and whim out of some pathetic boot-trembling terror for self-preservation. Question my judgments. Debate me, yeah? Only then will I be truly strong. But, Dominator, that simply isn't true. I mean, the last person to contradict you was, and he gets dragged off, kill him. And of course, the guy gets dragged off to his death.
Which I guess kind of accounts for the earlier scene why the other guy would be so quick to just stab himself.
Exactly. So the holy man, but that simply isn't true, my Dominator. I mean, the last person to contradict you was kill him. What?
What?
Do you see what I mean? He says, and he's dragged off to be killed. Yes.
Right.
So he goes, now find the ship. Extremely British, very Python-esque, very Python kind of
The
humor.
scenes in the death ship are pretty great.
I mean,
they're punching well above their weight.
The scene is really kind of more Blackadder than Python.
It is very Blackadder as well. Yes. It's all the very same kind of humor. It's very dry, very ironic. kind of humor. Yeah, we love it.
Well, it's us, isn't it?
It's us. That's exactly. That's
Yeah.
what we do as well. Us, literally us. The three of us is what we do.
Indeed.
Yeah. So there you go. It's glorious, actually. Gotta fucking love it. Anyway, by the way, some of the best villains Red Dwarf has ever had. Just on screen time alone, they wrote extra scenes for them to fill in.
All right.
And Doug Naylor was like, "Well, let's get fucking bleak with this shit," you know. and I love it. The villains are getting more screen time than they normally get. You know, they've got personalities sort of today. And that's another trait of Britishness is like, when I say they've got personalities, their personalities are completely one-dimensional. But they pretend to have more. Like, I want to be debated. Well, you guys only ever agree with me, but that's not true. Kill him. You know, like, that's it. Yeah. So glorious. A little bit of a derailment, I guess, like a slightly alternative path from your standard Red Dwarf humor, just but solid Brit kind of style. Like that is glorious.
It works.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, in for a cent penny, in for $1 pound.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Anyway, so there we go. Anyway, it appears they've surrounded the asteroid belt and are sending in probes to localize our position. So what's our next move? So what is it? Shall I go slip into something more appropriate, like, say, a coffin? Is that it? We're all going to die? Well, you're all going to die. I'm already dead. Rimmer says, I had the sense to get dying out of the way early. For years you mocked me. Not laughing now, are you? Well, yes, actually, we still are. Oh, yeah, because being dead is such an advantage here. Anyway, it is an advantage. How's it an advantage? I was killed instantly, Lister. Painless, quick and stylish. What's that coming down the corridor? Oh, it looks like a radiation leak. Wham, dead. Not perfect, I'll grant you, but at least it wasn't embarrassing. Embarrassing. No weeping, getting hysterical. Not one of those deaths where you lose control of your bodily functions, your bowels clearing all over the place. At least my death was dignified. I'd hardly call yelling mummy, mummy dignified. Yes, Lister, I didn't yell mummy, mummy. No, you yelled gazpacho soup. Did Naylor forget that, I guess?
Go.
That's right.
Anyway, please, sirs, this is very bad for morale. Anyway, they're arguing over who's going to have the best death, which I guess is the best thing they could possibly do. Finally, Lister says, you want to die twice, keep talking. Crichton says, please, sir. He's right. We're all getting crazy. We need to chill. You're right. We've been in these situations before. We always find a way out. Like that time the highly corrosive microorganism almost destroyed Red Dwarf. So you're going to tease us with the end of Series 8, are you? You bastard.
Seems that way, yes.
The highly corrosive microorganism, exactly. We got out of that one. And Rimmer says, yeah, thanks to me. And Crichton says, oh, sir, you cannot claim the credit for that. It was a total fluke. Fluke? Do you think that it was an accident, the way I... Shh. Just to make it clear, we are never getting an answer.
Yeah, that's right. That's great.
Something's coming into the asteroid. It's a probe. It's half a click east. Switch out all the lights. Good thinking. They'll think we're all out. If things get really tricky, we'll get Crichton to open the airlock and tell them we've moved. Seems to be backing off, sir. They're coming back. Looks like we got to get a battle plan, astronav, space school stuff. Rimmer, is that something you could handle? Pardon? Is that something you could handle? The responsibility of coming up with a battle plan? All that strategy stuff? Why me? Because you're into military strategy. If it was a curry eating competition to the death, it'd be me. If it was a towel folding competition to the death, that would be me. And he goes like that.
You're right.
Yeah, so there we go. He says, I'd win that one, sir. And then the cat says, what kind of competition to the death would it have to be before you choose me? So, moving on.
Moving on.
Can you do it? And he says, yes, of course I can do it. Obviously. And he says, you don't sound very confident. He says, I'm very confident. I've waited my whole life for this moment. Command of my own ship. In a battle against overwhelming odds. It's your moment of destiny. He says, right, I'll just make my way into the supply room and think of a plan then.
Think of a plan then, yes.
He says, I'll just be, it'll be just like taking an exam. I can do this.
Oh, I am a fish. I am a fish.
I am a fish. 400 times. Did a funny little dance and fell over. Yeah. Sir, surely there must be an alternative. Lister says, if there was Crichton, we'd be doing it. And they all say, we're smegged.
Right.
So Rimmer does what Rimmer does. Immediately creates a color-coordinated timetable to plan what time he has to make a battle plan. It's got color-coordinated ideas here. We've got hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 15 past, 30 minutes past, and 45 minutes past. We have hour 1, 15 minutes, read strategy books. Followed by the Space Corps Book of Military Strategy. At half past, how to defeat an army of mutant Russians while still finding time to be the world's greatest golfer by Kim Jong-il. 45 minutes, I did it the right way by Adolf Hitler. In hour 2, he's going to begin with a coffee break.
Right.
For 15 minutes, followed by a snack break. Until 30 minutes. Then he had snooze written at the 30-minute. Said no time, essential. Then at 45 minutes, he's written snooze. Essential. In hour 3, he will make notes, make an idea web, transfer it to bullet points, and list the conclusions. For fuck's sake, this is very much a book joke. There is in the book version of Red Dwarf, Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers, there's a lengthy fucking sequence where it just discusses Rimmer having wasted all of his time, every moment that he had until the last possible moments before the exam, just creating his study timetable. It's in the episode, but it's way deeper in the books.
Yeah, I've read the first 2 books, Infinity Welcomes Careful Drivers and
Better Than Life.
Better Than Life, yeah.
I've read the first 3.
Gets us to hour 4.
And then I think the 4th book is Last Human. I haven't read that yet. But there we go. Hour 4, Ponder. At 15 past, free time / ponder. At 30 minutes, snack break. Don't have the same snack. Diversity. At 45 minutes, snooze.
Diversity.
At 45 minutes past snooze, crossed out, essential. In hour 5, brainstorm ideas. In hour 15 past, mind map thoughts. At 30 past, repeat. At 45 minutes past, collect ideas. In hour 6, for fuck's sake, cross-reference notes from A, B, and C. At 30 minutes past the hour, color code notes and pens. And at 45 minutes past hour 6, tidy workspace. Well, surely that's got to be worth a super chat.
If you're in trouble, he will save the day. He's brave and he's fearless, come what may.
What I love
is the mission would go astray. Yeah.
It is full of absolute detail of the way that Rimmer does things, but in the actual going of the episode, if you didn't have a DVD or some way to pause this frame, you barely have time to see it.
It's the first time I've ever read it. I deliberately didn't read it when I was watching this.
Right.
Because I wanted to make damn sure that it hit me for the first time while we were live. So,
right.
Zelosi has gifted 5 for the Griff Force, 5 for the princesses. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Amazing.
Hit the limit. What, do you hate boobs or something? Help me create the future of the white race.
Absolute king, absolute legend. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, man. That's a big support. All right. We're about $7 from halfway. Thank you.
Indeed.
So there we go. There's the. Oh, by the way, there's a corner section here that says, "Think of a brilliant plan." 5 minutes. Proving that Rimmer has always been this way, knows it, and plans for it. What a dick. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you, Zoe. You're a legend for that one. Thank you. So, Crichton makes his way in. And he says, "Any joy, sir?" "Not yet, no. I'm still at the can't think of a plan stage." He says, "Well, I don't know if this will help, sir, but I've done the ship-wide search and collated all the weapons we have on board ship, sir." He says, "Good, Crichton. I was just about to suggest that myself." And so, Crichton decides he's going to help out, and he puts down all the weapons that they have on board. A fork.
Indeed.
Another fork.
2 forks, you see.
2 forks, that's right.
2 forks. This is not. It's not like a little Mickey Mouse
finally,
organization.
A pencil sharpener. Madness.
And now we're referencing more classic British comedy because we've got fork handles.
Indeed. He says, 2 forks and a pencil sharpener. He says, "Now, there is a rumor that there's a stick and some strings, sir, but I don't want to raise false hopes." He says, "There is, of course, Hoagie's Molly D, the molecular destabilizer." He says, "I'll leave it with you, sir." Anyway, there we go. He walks out. The cat comes in with a stick and some string,
right?
Which he hasn't played with. He goes, yeah. "They're driving me crazy cooped up in there. Thought I'd take a break and come in here. Ow! I love the string game." And this is maybe the most important scene we've ever had between the cat and Rimmer.
Right.
I mean it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm being completely unironic here. The cat will actually reach out to Rimmer for the first time ever in the history of their relationship. So, he says, "Why can't you think of a plan anyway?" He says, "Because you're driving me crazy, that's why." He says, "There's a demon messing up your head." He says, "Yes, you." He says, "Nope, your father." He says, "My father's dead." He says, "No way, non-bud." Non-bud. He still hates him.
Right.
He goes, "His worthless skinny ass lives on inside you, freezing your soul with fear." He says, "How do you know all this?" He says, he says, "Do you think awesome good looks and rock hard pecs are my only qualities? I'm a cat. I sense things." He says, "You gotta nail that demon and kick his sorry ass out of town." He says, "How?" He says, "The only thing keeping him alive is you. You're never gonna win that dude's approval. Give it up. Let it go." He'll say, "Hey, look how it's moving." I love the string game.
I love the string game.
And he's actually got through to Rimmer.
That's right. Cat has been very much important in the clinch.
He's
time
actually
and time again.
he's been used in this series a little bit more than normal, so that's good.
Yeah.
But there you go. Actually, if you go back to all of our lore building, this is probably the first real moment of Rimmer lore development. I mean, we had his brother show up, but that just proved what an arsehole he is.
Right.
This is the first time in the whole fucking show that the cat has said something of actual value to Arnold Judas Rimmer.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually got through to him.
Oh.
Yeah. So there we go. He's literally telling him, just forget about your fucking dad and move on. And see if that clears your goddamn head.
That's right. Some situations don't change.
Right.
Just have to move forward.
Exactly. And so Rimmer actually does listen to the cat, arrives back on the deck, and he says he's got no plan at all. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. He says, "So what are you doing with that?" He says, "I'm going to play it. Your father's message." "But why, sir?" He says, "If I play it before I become the person he wanted me to become, it means that I don't care what he thinks anymore. It means I'm free of him." And again, we get into Red Dwarf, very tight writing, capable of massive emotional moments in seconds.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's glorious. So we sit down and we're going to get, well, we know what we're referencing here. There are references to movies like Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Arnold, it's me. And we've got the Princess Leia fucking hologram kind of look.
Right.
He says, if you're playing this message, it means you're an officer in the Space Corps. You've achieved your dreams. You're a man of significance and substance. So this won't matter to you now. Arnold, I'm not your father. No, this can't be. It's impossible. It's not true. You know.
Well, I mean,
I am not your father.
Right. after they what his mom ultimately became. You know?
His mum was a slag.
Exactly.
We've discovered this. We've realised that all of Rimmer's posturing about his mother being very prim, very proper, almost austere, is in fact a load of bunkum, and she was in fact a cheap slag who would shag anyone.
Makes even more kind of sick. You have to question even more the nature of his relationships with his quote unquote brothers.
Oh, his whole family his life is a lie.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Rimmer's entire life is a lie. We can't forget that.
Yeah.
It won't do anything to change him. It's far too late.
No,
But
no. And that's why at this point in time, you should just kind of just
at
take
this
it
moment,
for
it will make a little difference. So there
Indeed.
we go. Arnold, I'm not your father. And Rimmer says, but that's impossible. It's not true. Which, of course, is Luke's line. Says, look inside yourself and you will know I speak the truth.
Yeah,
So we are just doing Empire Strikes Back here.
Yeah.
Says, your father wasn't me. It was Dungo, our gardener. And Rimmer says, but he was a babbling imbecile. And the rest of them are looking, and I think Lister says, a billion-piece jigsaw puzzle finally falls into beautiful place. He says,
all makes sense now.
He says, no, from now on, your family line isn't made up of Austrian princes and French royalty, but of lame-brained artisans and pram-faced trollops. Says, I didn't tell you before because I didn't want it to affect your self-esteem. But now that you've achieved all your dreams, it doesn't matter a jot. Goodbye, Arnold, and good luck. P.S.
Yes.
Naturally, I won't be sending you any more birthday presents. and Rimmer stands, walks away. And says nothing.
The implications. I mean,
it's true. All of his life, his entire life, the entire run of the show across both Rimmers has been a lie.
Right? Which the indignation from his dad makes even more sense, though. Like, when you know that is like one of the best punchlines to deliver on. Yeah, it's
the meltdown on Wax World.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was never qualified to be doing what he was doing in the first place.
His father's drunk and marooned.
Yeah. All bollocks. All of it. His entire life is a lie. This is a much bigger moment than the show gives it credit for.
Actually, it won't be
absolute bollocks. It was all.
Yeah, this episode
bullshit.
would actually make a really good novel
or movie.
Mm-hmm.
But there you go. So, Lister or whatever they say in the next scene, that this is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Mr. Rimmer's always had a huge ego and no self-confidence. Now his ego's smaller than a pixie's right nut after an icy bath. Says, well, you know, he thought he'd come from a military family, high flyers, success ingrained to the very core of their DNA. Now he discovers he's no better than me. What a nightmare. Or rather, the cat says, what a nightmare. Rimmer reappears. He says, I think I've got something. What? How? He says, I've been thinking. If Dungo, I mean Dennis, I mean Dad, were here now, he'd be so proud. Second technician in the JMC, senior officer in a mining ship, and I don't smell of manure. Suddenly I don't have that voice in my head telling me I'm useless at everything. I have a new voice telling me how proud he is. I can think. And I think I've got a plan.
Well, there you
Cut
go.
to, it's crap. I have to admit, sir, I'm not entirely convinced myself. Rimmer says, I thought it was quite clever. Let's take a vote. Who's against? And then Rimmer goes to vote along with them.
Right.
Like he did at the start. But finally, he focuses, he remembers. We see the flashback. The voices in his head telling him, you must comply with the crowd. You must not be your own man. You must not stand on your own feet. Is this color purple, blue, or green? A fallopian tube is a musical instrument. Finally, he slams his fist down on the table for the first time and shouts, "It'll work! Jiu-jitsu style. Use the might of your opponent against himself." He says, "Are you quite sure, sir? We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Apart from pain, maybe humiliation, and obviously death and failure. But apart from fear, pain, humiliation, failure, the unknown, and death, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. Who's with me?"
Crichton's face there is classic.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my chair's just broken.
Your chair's just broken?
Yeah. Again.
Quite the stream we got going today.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one.
Hit the limit. What, do you hate boobs or something?
So he says, I know
Your
I have
chair's
to
not
work...
the only thing that's busted.
No. She's a bit busted too. Well busted. I know I need to work harder on that fear speech. It wasn't quite as rousing as it should be, but we could do this.
Right.
So they agree. He's right. Let's do this. Let's do it. Come on.
Yeah. Boys,
get your butts in the
boys
air
of
and
the
let's
dwarf,
go.
do it. Yeah.
Says Crichton. Lister says, Crichton, bring them forks. We might need them. There, my dominator. They're emerging from the meteor. And so they've emerged. They've decided to take them on. Not the first time. But this time they were apparently facing even more certain death than they faced before. Even, that time that they all died.
Right.
And the other time that they all died.
They all died, right.
Yeah. But this time is the most serious situation.
Right. I mean, there's four ships, so,
They are surrounded at all points of the clock. Or north, south, east, west, 12, 9, 6, 3. The death ship and 3 annihilators. As we can see.
Indeed.
Nice shot, by the way. The plan is to keep them in line. It's absolutely crucial. And now we will see what Rimmer's grand master plan is. He opens communications. Open, sir. He says, "This is Second Technician Arnold J. Rimmer of the mining ship Red Dwarf. Under Treaty 5 of the Geneva Convention, we claim the freedoms and privileges of prisoners of war." And they laugh at him, of course. "Load the photon mutilators." He says, "Perhaps you didn't hear me. We're surrendering." "Mutilators loaded, Your Excellency. You can't open fire on a surrendering ship. That is a scandalous breach of the niceties of battle."
The niceties of battle,
"All ships
indeed.
prepare to fire on my orders." He says, "Right. You're on report, Milado." "Fire!" He says, "Blow us up all you like, but don't think for 1 second that you're getting away with it. There's a letter worded in the strongest possible language is going off to Geneva. It says, now I'm not going to ask you again. Abort your attack. They're all, right. He says, right, that's it. So he starts writing, Dear Sir. And this is a brilliant piece of writing. We're not going to spoil it, but at this point, yeah, this is pure 101 Rimmer strategy, right?
This is ultimate Rimmer. This is Rimmer has evolved into Rimmer.
There may be a surprise at the end. It says, Dear Sir, I was scandalized earlier today.
Scandalized.
It sounds exactly like the kind of thing that gets written to the BBC. I was scandalized earlier today by a simulant death ship which contravened Treaty 5 of the Geneva Convention. Impact 16 seconds. It's the way of all things. You live, you die. And then Rimmer says, but sometimes you live, you die, and then you live again. He says, I know. I've done it myself. Then he shouts, now!
Now!
Lister fires the molecular destabilizer in all 4 directions straight. They've destabilized their whole ship, all 4 bunkheads. Lister shouts, look out! Our own torpedoes are on collision course, sire. And the missiles pass, of course, straight through.
Straight through Blue Midget.
Blue Midget. Indeed. All rounds straight through. And that looks like it's not going to go so well for the simulants. Our own torpedoes are on collision course, sire. Oh, shit.
Right.
So the Dominator says, under Treaty 5 of the Geneva Convention, we claim the freedoms and privileges of prisoners of war. To which Rimmer replies, sorry, I missed that. Pardon? And then, bang! As one by one, the ships are blown to oblivion, including the death ship itself.
Indeed.
All of them are blown to Kingdom Come,
As
and
Blue
Blue
Midget
Midget
goes.
escapes. Rimmer's plan has indeed worked.
Sometimes if you're in trouble, he will actually save the day.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
The first time for everything. So there we go. As they fly away, the 4 ships are destroyed. And Crichton shouts, good job, sirs. Hell of a job. And Rimmer, never a humble man, says, you know what this makes me? A working class hero. Lister replies, working class hero, you and me both. Crichton plot a course for Red Dwarf. And Rimmer says, the slime's coming home.
Boom.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they really did think that was the final episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a great little send-off, actually.
I mean, it was a fantastic episode, and
It's a
if it
great
was
episode.
the final episode, then, nobody would have any complaints there.
Yeah, compared to other send-off final episodes that they've done. Because it's
I mean,
happened a
if
few
it was the
times.
last episode, we would have been probably satisfied. Not happy, but satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I won't ever be happy until Lister makes it back to Fiji. But
Right.
But there we go. There we go. We are where we are. Rimmer gets a payoff in case there was never an episode.
Yeah.
Again. So there you go. We finally get the solution to why Rimmer is what he is. And, well, there you go. Excuse me. There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Absolutely superb episode. I really loved it.
Yeah, it's a great episode. It's one of the best they've done. I think so, anyway. And there you go. Any deeper thoughts? Any thoughts on the series as a whole before we move on to the ranking, the grand rank?
Way better than I remember, or remembered. I watched it at the time, but I think I was like doing other stuff and just had it on because it was Red Dwarf. But because we were reviewing it, I watched it properly. and it really does stand up to the earlier seasons.
Yeah, it really does. It's way better than people remember. Like again, I've said this before, but we're nerds, we're fans, we have high standards, and we were disappointed previously with Back to Earth.
Right.
So there was going to be massive scrutiny, not Star Wars level scrutiny, but within the enclave, the pocket of Red Dwarf fandom, huge, colossal, towering, oppressive fucking scrutiny.
Right.
And it passed it.
It completely did, yeah. Again, I watched it in hotel rooms as I was working in events at the time, and then I got given the DVD for my birthday or something. Can't remember, or someone lent it to me and never took it back. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I remember I ended up with it and I watched it again, and I remember going, "This is really fucking good. Like, this is really good."
Yeah. Well, it was this ending was far more successful than, say, like the ending of season 8. You know,
Or 9.
in terms of
Or 7.
Right.
Or 6.
Yeah. You know, in terms of actually kind of if it's going to have some level of finality to it, and you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's look at the end of Series 6. You have them fighting their future selves, all dying, and Rimmer running off to try and stop it. End of Series 7, you have Epideme and Nanaki. Red Dwarf is back. They fly in. It's a cliffhanger. End of Series 8, you get absolutely no fucking explanation whatsoever for the insane chain of events that happen.
Right.
End of Series 9, you get an ending, but it's not satisfying because it's just a special.
Right.
You haven't established what the status quo is anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Series 10, okay, it's been 20 years, 15 years since the last regular series of Red Dwarf.
And you just kind
So
of
we're
come into
gonna-
a situation that's kind of similar, but
14
also at the same time doesn't seem like it's
We're back to
contextually
basics.
matched up.
But we're back to also writing really tight, hilarious, episodic, farcical Britcom.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling it right now. Series 10 kick ass.
It does. It does. It's
Yeah.
great. It's really good. It's there are moments where it doesn't have the lore and the legacy of the earlier seasons because we were kids when that was on TV, and it was probably grandfathered in a bit for us. But it does have moments that show you that the longer the time passes, to give you the perspective of the whole show, without the divide, the more time passes without more Red Dwarf, or after the show eventually, hopefully ends one day, the more we'll look back on the whole thing and see it all as Series 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Right.
And
Well,
that's beginning to happen right now, which is why this is the perfect time to be reviewing these series again. Because most of them are 10 years old now.
Right.
That's 12 years old that we know. 14 years old that we just watched.
Right.
Wow.
Well,
So
you know, that's kind of
almost as long as, in fact, it is the same gap between it and Series 8.
Right.
So that's where we're at now.
Yeah.
Sometimes the benefit of perspective can illuminate things you didn't think of before.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that final episode of Series 10 smashed it out of the park.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I still think Fathers and Sons
so
is the
good.
overall best episode in terms of making me laugh my bollocks off. John, what were you going to say, man? You sound like you were trying to get something in.
oh, it's all right. Oh, I was gonna say, it's just oh god, I'm trying to think if I can even remember my point now.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. It'll come back to me if it does.
We were talking about the perspective, the difference between now, then, and even before then.
Yeah.
The 14-year gap, the scrutiny that people would look at it with that they don't anymore.
Yeah. It'll come back to me, or it won't. So yeah.
Are we alive, chat? It's been a while since I've seen any life signs. Are you there? Are you there, chat?
hello.
I'd love to hear your fucking take on this.
Yeah, well, I know what you think about the Small Rouge one. Come in.
Maybe I'll just record these with the guys and we'll just post them live and go on holiday or something. Fucking rode up
Hello.
across to Fiji. No one talks anyway.
Right.
But there you go. No, it's
Are
good.
you receiving me?
Here we go. We got some life. We got some life. Derek Smith's here. Ashwood's here. Triple J's here. There we go.
Kill.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I think, absolutely.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Yeah, it's a show like this, and I mentioned it before, I kind of take it on the same level as Mystery Science Theater's 3000, where there'll be little kind of blurps of inconsistencies if you want to get like overly autistic about it, but it's about a vibe check and just kind of a general sense of, doing the main things. And in that, season 10 definitely excels along with, the highlights of the earlier seasons. So,
Oh, absolutely,
yeah, like, and I when I mentioned, I think a couple weeks ago, I kind of, I take this as in Back to Earth special, they reference a season that didn't happen. And so I just kind of, in my mind, this is a continuation of that season that we never saw that, they just kind of, but that's just my own little headcanon, so.
Fair enough. I think it does what it can to patch up the gaps.
Yeah.
It openly mocks caring about patching up the gaps in that last episode as well.
Yeah.
By having,
it makes it legitimate joke.
How did you get out of the end of Series 8? Shh.
Right. I love that.
Yeah. It's like doing the hyperspeed title crawl at the start of Series 3.
It almost makes it
well.
worth it, because at least like even just
so there is a reason.
That little punchline is kind of at least some sense of closure. That's kind of a wink and a nod to the audience.
There's ways of doing like the whole stop asking questions, it doesn't matter thing. There's the Ryan Johnson way, which is basically fuck you, fuck what you care about, fuck what you've cared about, fuck what we could get you to care about. I want to do this because I want to do it because I'm an egomaniac.
Right, you're either with me or you're against.
Right?
You're
Whereas
against
this
me,
way,
and
it's
everybody
like,
just leaves.
all right, guys, all right, we get it. We're never going to be able to really explain this because it doesn't actually make fucking sense. The last episode was a shit show. We know it. We're sorry. So we'll allude to the idea that they did get out of it somehow. That Rimmer was involved in the. But we're not going to tell you what it is. We'll just understand that it was great. It was really great,
Right.
And it's kind of like nudge, nudge, wink, wink to the audience, which basically is them going mea culpa.
Right.
We're never going to be able to write our way out of this, but hopefully you're still enjoying the show.
Right.
And thanks for being here, kind of, So there we go. Anyway, there we go. Lilith is here saying she is late and lame, and YouTube never starts its, and it was unavailable even a bit. Weird. Yeah, but that was because it was a different stream. That's
because the stream wouldn't initialize.
Yeah.
Exactly. EVMux completely.
We had to impromptu make a new one on the fly.
Yeah, right off the bat.
The
We also
original
lost
link
Rumble in the process
was
too, which is
misdirected.
not something I'm very happy about because I bothered to actually set it up for Rumble. But it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, and we are very grateful that we have the 18 of you that are here watching this. It's something we really love to do. It's a nice chill out way to end the week. We'd hope that we can hit the limit so we can give you guys some boobas. We can get Amelia going or Street Fighter or whatever you like, and helps me to kick off the month with a bit of confidence as well. So if you can help, we'd very much appreciate it. Anyway,
give me a little energy boost.
Yeah, we'll proceed to the ranking then, and let us know what you guys think in the chat. I'm constantly looking at the chat on all our shows to see what people are saying.
All right,
and that's I'd like to see what you guys think, because there is a lot that that we may not have thought of. So there we go. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the ranking phase. Now we're going to be ranking Back to Earth and Series 10 in one fell swoop because we didn't get to do it before.
I figured this was the best way to actually make sure that it happened.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Hang on, let me get the we don't need the whole screen. We just need this. And here it is. We go.
Indeed.
Okay, so we have come a long way. We have come a long
indeed.
fucking way. We have indeed. Just a second, I'm adding the tags again because I feel like they're actually helpful when you're this small a stream.
Yep.
But there you go. Right. Here we go then. So we begin, excuse me, with Back to Earth Part 1. So this, of course, is the part that we criticized quite a lot for pacing issues. It does pick up quite considerably towards the middle and the end when we get the scene with Rimmer dancing to the jazz, even though that's canonically inconsistent, while all of them are getting mauled by the Hope Squid.
Right.
It does make me laugh. We also, of course, get Ms. Winkleman in her nice little blue dress as the sexy female hologram.
Yes.
Who is much better at everything than Rimmer and openly shits on Rimmer at every available opportunity. On the other hand, we get the lame joke about putting up the British, the bronze swimming certificate and silver swimming certificate or whatever it is, and the weird CGI scutters and the weird CGI backgrounds and the weird kind of phasing quality that happens with the frame blending effect that's been put on it.
Yeah.
So it's not the strongest, but how bad is it versus how funny it really is? Do we hate it enough to say it's flawed?
That's what I'm sitting here considering because
solid fun, just bottom sort of end.
It as an individual episode. As an individual episode, it's kind of weak, you know, because it's relying on the fact that it is a 3-part kind of setup.
It
episode.
Is pretty flawed. You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
The ironing his sneezes joke doesn't really land for me. It would have, but the execution is so slow.
Yeah.
That I don't like it that much.
It's got it's relying on a lot of goodwill nostalgia from the audience.
All right. Well, I mean, here's the question: is it better or worse than Waiting for God?
Worse.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That is a tough one.
I do actually mean that. I'm not trying to be controversial.
No, I'm sure you do. I'm just seeing how I feel. I hadn't considered it, you know. I guess I like the jokes about Rimmer's expense, and I like Sophie Winkleman.
I mean, it's got
young and hot in it, you know.
It's got stuff that works within it, but the overall, just taking it as an episode.
Well, the performances were all good.
Right.
Yeah. But the performances are all good in all these episodes.
Right.
But the story, but the story was crap. And
I've never seen a bad performance from anyone in Red Dwarf.
Yes, I agree with that.
I don't think I've ever seen a single bad performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
No.
Even the old Crichton did a really good job.
Yeah, David Ross. He was
David
great.
Ross, yeah.
Yeah. Confidence, Paranoia, both very good.
Yeah, no, when they're flawed, it's generally due to, you know,
I mean, Hollister, brilliant. Queeg, amazing.
Oh, Hollister was fucking awesome.
Whenever they brought in Tony Hawks to do like Caligula or Better Than Life announcer, all brilliant.
Yeah.
Both iterations of Holly, fantastic. Talkie Toaster, also David Ross, brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when they're flawed
Completely
episodes
agree.
usually seemingly have some kind of extenuating circumstance that just kind of put them into a situation.
I think there's not even any point in talking about performance because they're all consistently excellent.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I think the issue with this episode, if you take it as an episode, is just the way that it's a setup for a 3-part story, so it can only do so much. So it's kind of contrived in its.
It is a bit, yeah. All right.
But
so,
the idea behind the story in the first place was shite.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I think that having them exit the reality of the TV show and deal with the ramifications and the repercussions of that not to mention the gut punch to the audience, only for it to turn around and all have been a fucking fake out.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, that's
if
not...
they doubled down on it and ended the show that way, then that would have been the absolute death of Red Dwarf forever, and no one would ever watch it again.
Right.
And it would have retroactively fucked the entire series as well to make it less worth watching, much as The Last Jedi fucked Star Wars for a lot of people.
Yeah, that part didn't bother me so much because it was clearly they were doing the they were doing the revival episode itself as or series itself as a way to as the celebration. So if it didn't have a nod to that celebration, it was kind of a, and that's what I'm saying. This was a this is a reunion band. You know, the band's getting back together, doing a reunion hits, tour. And in that regard, so that's what it's that's why it'll never really
don't play Saint Anger.
Right, and that's why it will never really be considered anything. I don't think any of these episodes are going to go into the all-time classics. I'll just put it that way.
I don't think they're going to go into all-time classics, but I think part 2 will probably be the best.
Right, but that doesn't mean that they're terrible.
One thing I will say, we have to probably do categorically is nothing is worse than Only the Good.
Right.
Like, it might be, this might be a flawed as fuck episode, but it doesn't break its internal consistency.
Right.
Whereas
Only the Good.
Only the Good just leaps, breaks your mind.
I can take your guidance on that.
Yeah. Nothing is as bad as what happens in Only the Good. Like, they genuinely just fucking leap across logic.
Yeah.
And change the entire episode's main story beat in the last 7 minutes of the episode, only for it to end with death getting kicked in the balls. No explanation to date of how.
And there's no way this could be as bad as that, because that is just an ending that doesn't even work. Whereas this is just where this is just a smaller setup within a larger framework of a story. So it's kind of stilted a little bit, but
with Red Dwarf, I just really didn't like the story.
And it's just the setup.
I just don't like the jokes. The jokes are kind of bland. They don't quite land for me. There's too many of them that don't land.
Yeah.
Whereas unlike in Waiting for God, I pretty much am chuckling the whole way through, even though the problem with that is that they were too ambitious with a storyline that they couldn't see through.
Yeah, and with Only the Good, it doesn't have any conclusions, where this is just setting up things that will get played out.
Pacing-wise, this could have been done way better.
Yeah.
So, are we agreeing second worst episode?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I've put, as the screenshot for part 2 here, a shot of Carbug exclusively to troll Rhoda. Well, I could have done like the zoom in, reflect shot, or I could have done the shot in the comic store, or I could have done, you know, any of the much better stuff that's in this episode. But I chose to troll you, my friend, because I know you have an irrational hatred of Carbug that most of us just see as an amusing curio. Carbug. Most of us, we had the poll. You were wildly outvoted, but most of us are just like, well, it's fun, isn't it? I mean, in the diegesis of Red Dwarf, where there is an alternate reality where something very similar to reality is actually happening, there is a guy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would drive it in real life.
Right.
Then you don't really have a problem with it.
But I hate it as actually part of Red Dwarf canon.
What do you mean?
But it's not canon.
It's a hallucination.
Yeah, I mean, that's like saying that Dwayne Dibley being canon in Back to Reality makes him canon in the real universe, which only happens when he gets part of his brain sucked out by another polymorph.
Right.
And other than that, only a disguise they use to escape temporarily. Okay. While they're also in a hallucination.
Yeah.
So
I just found it tacky at the time.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I can totally see that. I found it a little tacky too. I just chose to find that tackiness endearing rather than like nauseating, and that's fair. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I am just going to troll you a little.
I mean, it's a nice little joke though, you know. I mean, they're on Earth, so how are you going to get around and still have it? Because what makes more sense? them in a car book or them in a car, because that bus scene,
yeah, that would have. Oh, the bus was so much worse. Oh,
right?
God. Oh,
So
God.
you know, yeah, there you go. You just want them to be on buses the entire time.
And that's in this part 2 as well, isn't it? Shit, I didn't even think of that. That's like my least favorite scene.
Exactly,
in all
and
of Red
so
Dwarf.
that's the kind of the stuff that brought this down. And so
I've got to keep this in Fun But Flawed too. Then I can't.
Yeah.
Even though I absolutely adore the fucking Blade Runner jokes and the like increased reflection, bounce it off a fucking dog.
I will give it that. That was funny.
That makes me laugh like a fucking kid because it's so stupid. But then I have to deal with those annoying little actual bastard children, like talking to Lister like they've just run into fucking Harry Potter.
I was in love once.
Oh God!
You're
I
7.
hate that little bastard. I hate that little.
You're
bastard.
7.
Fuck that.
No, you love nap time.
You've been dumped, mate. You've been dumped. Listen to this 9-year-old girl. I would. Fuck off. Kiss her. I would. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. All right.
Schmaltzy bullshit. Yeah. It's
awful. Awful shit.
Pretty much at my limit now.
Yeah. Oh God, no, I can't. I can't with that. I'm sorry. I can't. I hate that fucking scene so much.
I know. That's why I felt like, yeah, it had to be mentioned because it did have such a profound effect on
I
you.
always forget. Because I'm thinking, oh, we've got the Blade Runner bit. We've got the dickhead in the comic shop. That's kind of funny. We've got the arrogant super nerd guy who thinks he knows everything. That's funny. We've got Carbug. That's funny. We've got fucking heading to the Rover's Return. Although I can't remember if that's in part 2 or part 3. I think it might be part
And they
3.
pull up right at the end.
That's right. It's part 3. You're right.
Yeah.
So most of part 2 is pretty good. It's the better part for sure.
Yeah.
But now, now I'm thinking that part 3 might be the best part because it doesn't have anything like that scene on the bus.
Right.
That scene on the bus is fucking egregious and doesn't belong in Red Dwarf at all. Like that is cringe.
Now the question is, does that annoy you more than the pacing of episode 1? Because that's mainly the thing with episode 1 is it's in a contrived position where it's the setup.
I'm compromised. You guys will have to tell me whether 2 or 1 is better.
Because I mean,
well, I think they're both shit.
Well, for me, the issues with the first episode is it is the first episode of a 3-part series, so it's doing a lot of heavy lifting to just kind of do a quick setup, but also try to account for things that it can't account for, that being the ending from Only the Good, which is, here in that Fun But Flawed, it's in the same category. So it's kind of in a bad position. So it's
like we're going with basically spoiled milk. Or
right.
Like,
and so it's doing what it can to try to sop it up.
Or like blue cheese with a few nuggets of total dog shit.
Right. Right.
Which one would you rather consume?
Yeah, I mean, outside of the bus scene, the second episode's
definitely better.
Definitely picking up, and it's moving forward.
I think the second episode gets ahead of the first episode, purely.
You have the side scan joke about the guy having a small dick too.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, I guess
it gets more right than it gets wrong, but the thing that it gets wrong is really really
awful. Yeah. All right, I guess I'll let it be above part 1 because it does make me laugh more. Yeah. And I can always skip that god awful bus scene.
Yeah.
I'm actually now coming around to the idea that part 3 is the best part.
I would agree.
Well, it is the most Red Dwarfy of them, and it actually feels like an actual Red Dwarf. You could watch part 3 by itself
basically
almost.
Just a big dig at Blade Runner.
Right.
And at least it lands you back on the ship and actually feels like
and kind of
Craig Charles meet himself as Lister is actually played quite well. The jokes are quite funny. They basically play on Craig Charles being a druggie at the time and having flashbacks. That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
It's,
and
I
just
don't
his.
see anything much that I hate about. Pod
No,
3,
that's what I'm saying. You could almost watch just episode 3 as just an episode of Red Dwarf, and
you get a
it,
bit
Yeah,
of Kachensky in there too.
it will function.
I would say episode 3
So
is
it lands
best of the 3
well.
by some distance.
Yeah.
Is it better than Waiting for God?
Oh
No.
It might be.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was. But the ending is solid. It's solid fun.
I don't know if it's funnier than It's a Smegging Garbage Pod. That's the only one really like.
Yeah.
It's just,
I just don't know.
I mean, I don't know that I would go so far as to say that it was brilliant, because it is kind of just it's using Blade Runner as the whole kind of.
Yeah, it is leaning way too hard on Blade Runner.
Right.
Yeah, I would not put
to the point to where it's kind of like a parody of, and then but it is solid. It's in solid fun though. I would say
the Lister gets where he voluntarily exits the fucking hallucination to go find the real Kachensky, so far unsuccessfully.
Right.
And yet he like literally has to walk away from fake Kachensky to do it. And that's kind of pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still call it flawed though. Because
really?
It does lean way. I don't know, actually.
Like I said, to me, like it at least felt like solid fun in the sense of, yeah. I mean, like it'd be on the low end of it, but I think that it's at least a good enough kind of way to. It was a celebration of all the years. It was just
Actually, I can see that. I can go with this,
and that's what I mean by it had flaws in the process certainly, but at least when it came about, it did the best it could to.
I don't think it's better than Waiting for God though. Not Waiting for God. I don't think it's better than Balance of Power because Balance of Power is a major like Lister Rimmer character study.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It can be.
Balance of Power is awesome.
I can give it solid fun, and that might just be the little bit of. It's certainly it's certainly a better ending if it is going to be the ending at that point than what was Only the Good.
Yeah.
So that's.
Well, I think you've put it a place higher than where I would put it, but that's fair. We have to respect each other's
with
opinions.
very little difference. So
right.
All right. Then let's do Series 10 then.
Indeed.
Right. We kick off with Trojan. Trojan is glorious. Fucking love Trojan.
Yeah,
Trojan's
great episode. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, you've got the scene with Rimmer at the start. Can you never succeed? You've got the face that I've chosen as the screenshot, of course. You've got Rimmer's brother. You've got the faking themselves as being Star Trek, basically. Then you've got the backstory, the B story with Lister trying to order a stupid fucking coffee stirrer.
We had a great time with this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, a lot of fun. I don't know if it's all-time classic, but it's up there. It's up there somewhere.
It's
just that now
it's certainly second class. It might not be all-time classic, but it's it might not
certainly
be blue,
brilliant comedy.
It's certainly green.
Yeah, I think it's maybe it's around about Better Than Life DNA level. Maybe.
Yeah.
Although actually, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's better than Pete.
I mean, it definitely comes in strong for where this begins as a series, considering that the thing that did precede it was the end of Back to Earth.
Yeah.
And so
I don't see it as better than like Rimmerworld or because those are like complete Red Dwarf.
Right.
But but it was a really really good episode, and its task was to reintroduce the series to the world.
Right.
And it did that with aplomb.
I might put it about here. Just about.
Do you know what? I might put it higher than that.
I don't know if it's better than Demons and Angels. That's way too classic Red Dwarf. Maybe here then. Are we saying it's better than Rimmerworld though? Like Rimmerworld has the whole "what the hell, I just won't tell her." We have him being such a dick that he gets himself marooned on a planet for hundreds of years, creates an entire civilization of Rimmers.
Right.
Although more happens to Rimmer in Trojan.
Yeah, yeah. You
Okay,
say
I'll keep
this
it there then.
actually, yeah, because there's actually a good little bit of growth for
Man, look
contextual
at that.
reasons as
We've put
Rimmer
this
as a
above.
character.
We've put this above DNA, Pete, Parallel Universe, Better Than Life, Body Swap, Queeg, Roborus, B Squared, fucking hell, Cassandra. Okay, actually, yeah, I can get on board with that. I really liked the episode, so
Yeah.
fair enough. Okay,
To be honest, I really enjoyed every episode from this series.
They are great. They are great. Yeah. I personally think Fathers and Sons is all-time classic.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think the
you're not going to
performance
hear
of
an
Lister-
argument from me there.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best performance Craig Charles has ever put in as Lister. I think Pre is hilarious too.
Yeah, that episode is just it is.
It certainly belongs in all-time classic, definitely.
I don't know if it's
Just
I
where?
wouldn't say it's up there with like Dimension Jump and Legion and stuff like that, because they're just so fucking Red Dwarf. It's unreal. But probably, I think I like it better than Epideme and Nanaki.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
watching this episode,
I like it better than season 7. Yeah.
watching this episode was the kind of reassurance that of just everything was actually still totally working when they could just get
You can
into
do
just
it
doing an
without many
episode again.
sets, just characters being themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like welcome viewer, you're watching Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think they
it's
made
just
about that.
honed down to like just the boys themselves. There's no Kachansky. There's no Holly about.
Yeah.
There's it's just, but
And
it's still
from all those like sort of almost disabilities, it absolutely is firing on all cylinders all the time. Maybe not as iconic as some of the others that we're looking at, but
right.
But yeah, I think that's about the sweet spot for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd still probably
Yeah,
put
I completely
Meltdown
agree.
above it, because Meltdown has the insane character stuff with all the parodies.
Right.
But I think I like it
Gandhi.
better than I like the end of 7. 7's good. The end of 7 is very good, but Fathers and Sons is all time like just Red Dwarf. Yeah. Okay then. Lemons. Lemons is the Jesus episode.
Right.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was fan-smegantastic.
Yeah.
It's definitely
I loved it.
It's definitely in brilliant comedy, I think.
Yeah.
It definitely cracks me up. I don't know if it's quite as good as Trojan. Trojan makes me like really laugh, and it has the character stuff in there too.
Mm-hmm.
But
It might not be as good as Trojan, but like I loved like all like it was almost a parody of Life of Brian.
yeah,
I absolutely
which itself is a
loved it.
parody.
Yeah, yeah. But
think it's
like
better than,
it made me laugh so much that my eyes watered more than 3 times.
I'm sort of thinking around here, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like around about the kind of level with the Hollister 2-parter in Pete and stuff like that, you know. Maybe not quite as insane as
the guy who played Jesus was spot on as well.
he was brilliant, yeah, especially because they had him played by a Mank as well, which is just hilarious. It's just a dumb bit of casting for purely for Brit amusement, basically. What if Jesus was actually a Mancunian?
Right.
You know? I think that's about the right spot for it. What do you think?
I think you're right.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. Right, next up then we have the Knacker Attacker and Era with Irene E. Which is what's it called again? I can't actually fucking Entangled.
That is Entangled. Yes.
So we have a lot of high concept kind of sci-fi stuff happening in this episode. Like we have them playing with contrivance as a plot device, which I like. I like it a lot.
Right.
Especially considering how contrived a lot of plots are these days. And they're just like, well, what if everything just sort of works out?
Right.
Because of a quantum entanglement. And then what if we could lean on that and then use it ironically in multiple ways?
It seemed
I was really impressed with Danny John Jules and Robert Llewellyn's performances.
When they're
But
speaking at the same time.
I didn't find the episode as funny as Trojan or the Jesus episode.
We also completely didn't even mention the fucking Chinese whispers in Fathers and Sons, but that's
yeah. I mean, that had us literally for like a solid 5 minutes. We lost the ability to actually function on a stream.
You need to go ahead and bump that up a couple of places.
No, I still think it's about where it should be.
Yeah. But no.
Well, actually, I'm starting to think it might be better than Crikey TV.
Possible. I mean, we did piss ourselves laughing nearly.
Now, Crikey TV is one of my favorite episodes, and I will accept that.
All right, but I also think that Wax World kind of belongs higher than that too. And Tika to Ride.
Oh, Tika to Ride is also one of my favorite episodes.
I think Crichton as mob boss guy is very funny, but I think Crichton has no guilt, no empathy, and I still think Gandhi being forced to do push-ups is funnier than all of that.
Indeed. Yeah. Entangled.
Entangled then,
yeah. Let's see.
Somewhere around here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact I don't know. In my opinion, they were kind of it's like anti Doctor Who. It's making fun of timey wiminess and whatnot.
Maybe it's solid fun, actually. To be fair, it is really good, but it's not like a complete standout at all times. I really like the concept of the erroneous reasoning research academy.
Yeah.
I liked the I liked the woman that they had.
But I wonder if I like Quaid more.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that Solid Fun actually seems a little bit more with
I'm going to drop Body Swap down one.
With the
we've got too many in Brilliant Comedy at this point.
Yeah, with the degree to which we try to do these with some level of scrutiny, it does seem more like a Solid Fun kind of tier for what these
I like it better than
episodes were.
Body Swap.
Yeah.
Body Swap still irritates
Yeah. I can handle that. That's not stupid.
Okay, there you go. All right, that's pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, that'll do. All right. After that, then we come to episode 5, which of course is the one where Lister ends up fucking a vending machine. It's Dear Dave. It actually is quite lopsided. The plot doesn't even start until after the halfway point. So it's pacing-wise, it's not actually one of the best. But the fact that you actually have to think about that is kind of a plus. Like, you don't notice that the pacing kind of sucks until you go in with a fine-tooth comb.
Right.
Because you're just enjoying yourself the whole time.
That it's kind of, because of the Chinese whispers, getting a little bit more with the vending machine culture that has evolved.
I do like the "Are you eating on me?"
Right.
That's he put his hand on my logo. That's
right.
On my logo.
Because the vending machines, we don't have scutters this season. It is kind of nice to see something that
why don't we have any fucking scutters?
There's no talkie toasters, but now we got talking vending machines. It's got that little added bit of extra, and since it does come back off the Chinese whispers gag, it is something that makes it a little bit more just kind of that is the way of things now. I
still think I think Entangled is better.
Yeah. So I think this was definitely because all these episodes in the season were really quite good, but they weren't necessarily the highest of the heights. Other than Fathers and Sons was kind of a next level kind of thing where it was like really
Fathers and Sons was fucking amazing.
But in the Solid Fun category though, it seems totally legit.
Is it better than the one where they fight themselves?
Yes, I think it is. I think it's better than Quig.
You do?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Quig is iconic a bit.
Quig Quig is not coming out of where it's at because Quig is.
I don't think it's better than Quig.
Yeah,
think
Queeg sets up like Holly as a next level kind of.
Queeg gives you a real glimpse into the sadism of Holly. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The real level of dementia and how far he's willing to go with that. I love Queeg for that.
Yeah,
I think it would have been longer lasting if they like kind of kept Holly forever.
Maybe, yeah. I don't think it's better than Queeg though. I feel
No.
like Queeg is-
Right. I'm gonna throw.
That's a reach too far, Rhoda. I gotta say.
I'm gonna throw a hot take out. I actually preferred Hattie Hayridge's Holly to Norman
Oh,
Lovett.
loads of people say that.
Yeah,
It's not that hot.
you've mentioned that before. Yeah,
Is it
A lot
not?
of people say that. I think I might. I think I do too. Actually, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
They're
I'm
both
not
great
as
in
edgy
different-
as
they're
before. I
different
should probably
flavours of
take
the
my
same
baseball
treat.
cap off.
You know, they're different flavors of the same treat. You know,
Yeah.
you get useless, gormless twat Holly with Norman Lovett, and you get kind of hapless, means well but not really much
little
use.
ditzy. Yeah.
Ditzy Holly with Hattie Hayridge. So they're different characters effectively, but you know. I don't know. I think it's about there. Maybe it's better than Time Slides.
No.
No. Time Slides is more iconic than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's in the right spot actually.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that'll do.
Which brings us to the beginning.
To today's episode. What do you think?
Today's episode?
Well, you just came off it saying you thought it was a fucking smash hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Top of the draw.
I'd say maybe
maybe not.
Yeah,
top-
I'm
top draw,
thinking
but
that's
top
in
draw.
brilliant comedy level because it is a good solid ending. You know,
No,
not knowing if
I
anything more
go
would come from
further.
it.
I would say all-time classic.
No, I wouldn't say all-time
I
classic.
don't
I'd say
know.
it's
Really not?
It's very good.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd
it's
say
good stuff,
it's
but
definitely a brilliant comedy for me.
you know the jokes with the what's his name with the destabilizer.
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah,
He's great. but it you didn't see that actual
If they'd done
relationship
more with
develop
him-
over
If
the
they'd done more with him, then it would have been more iconic.
Right.
Yeah, but there was him, and there was so much lore with Rimmer, and there
Yeah.
was Kat actually helping Rimmer out. I think it's like one of the
still
most
just think it's
essential
brilliant
episodes
comedy.
of Red Dwarf ever.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a little late for essential.
Yeah, I mean it's cool in the sense that when Rimmer finally gets the big boulder of his own making out of his mind, that he can actually do something.
But then we
and
have to
achieve.
remember
but
that in the next episode,
in the next episode,
nothing's changed. He's still
right, and I'm not even seeing the next episode. But even if there were not a next episode in a couple days, and you know he's gonna have another neurotic breakdown.
You're still thinking about like Inquisitor and DNA and Polymorph 2 and
I think at this point in time,
Krieg,
anything more that you get from the boys is, you know, it's gravy. And it's.
I'll
it's,
say it is. It's better than Pete.
Yeah.
I'm not saying put it at the top of blue, but I'm saying I would put it in blue.
Yeah, I don't want to put it in blue. It's
the Inquisitor
Okay,
is.
well, then the
You're
top
asking for
range.
it to bypass a lot of things.
Yeah, I think like Inquisitor, Future Echoes, Demons and Angels, way more.
Yeah, you're saying that you think it's better than Trojan, which is, you know, we have that higher than this currently.
In terms of Rimmer lore, it's about the same level as Trojan. I think Trojan is funnier.
Right. I think Trojan's a little bit better executed. Like,
You can put them next to each other. I don't care about that.
yeah.
Well, I thought it was a fucking excellent episode.
It is. I mean, it is
Yeah,
surrounded
dude.
by.
There's nothing
excellent
wrong with being
episodes.
a brilliant comedy. It's just doesn't seem like you tell me that this would be one of the things that you would show somebody if they've never seen it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Above all, like I would show all
Because
of these
this to me
and
works in the
these
sense
before
that it's making good on the good faith of, hey, we're not going to just leave you out hanging this time if this is the final episode. this at least actually has some
giving you
level
a
of resolve and
satisfying conclusion.
yeah.
I wouldn't say
So,
if Rimmer's character had fundamentally changed from this moment on, and he doesn't just default back to being Rimmer by the next episode, then it would go further in my book. But
right, but
as
Legacy
neither of
and
the major Rimmer episodes here do much to actually change him as a person, despite the plot development that goes on with him, then I'm giving it to the stupid face with the rainbow ball, beach ball eyes instead.
right, because at this point in time, yeah, these are good within the sense of people having an understanding about these characters, and they're kind
There's
of
also no B plot
right
at all. It's just one story the whole way through.
Yeah, but it's just it's not so much of a thing where it's going to have long-standing implications.
I don't see it as colossally quotable. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's really
it's better
good.
than
it's
expected.
One of the better episodes. It's one of the best episodes they've done.
Right.
But that is in a group of about 30 episodes. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's the problem. The standards are so high.
Yeah.
You've got to like make me go.
This will be the first time we have.
We've got a bottom tier populated by things we would watch on purpose.
Yes,
right.
The entire thing is pretty much almost all of the.
Yeah, and that's why not everything can be an all-time classic, because it has to be a little bit more.
The standard has to be like unbelievable.
Right. And you know, outside of a reunion,
lore dumps that change everything and get called back to again and again.
Yeah,
and again.
and outside of the reunion, which is kind of like its own little special twist within the ranking of it all, this will be the first time that we don't have an episode from the season go into an all-time classic. Which,
we have one.
Oh, there was one other season.
Father and Sons.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah. Then there's nothing even lacking this. So because
they've got one.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So in that regard, I think we're being as, you know, accurate as one can be, because there is something here to say, no, every season there is something that is fundamentally worthwhile your time.
Oh, there's a definite standout of every season.
You know, and yeah. So, but to say that 2 of the episodes from this season are, you know, as essential as all the other stuff that we have there, I think that that's kind of a little bit much. It's good, but it's rewarding, and but it's not quite that level. You know, you have to be doing what Fathers and Sons is doing at this point in time to actually be able to get that distinction among the things.
With the benefit of hindsight, I'm actually thinking Hollow Ship isn't as good as Whitehole either, or Inquisitor, but then that's me, you know.
Oh,
We've got Future Echoes in 4th place on Brilliant Comedy, which I still think is much better than it is. So, whatever. We've all had.
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of Future Echoes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go. So I guess this will do for now. We will, of course, come back and look at this when we're done with everything.
Yeah.
But
But hey,
now,
we're
I
caught
think-
up
I
on the
think this is
rankings
pretty
and
fair.
that we kind of missed out on for the last
For a
2
month.
months. Month, 2 months. Yeah,
It's been a while, yeah.
Some length of time. But hey,
Now I've got to think of a fresh one for the day after tomorrow. Fuck. All right. But there you go. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this positioning. Yeah. There's a lot of brilliant comedy. Only 2 that we put in solid fun, and 1. No, there's none that are flawed.
yeah, no,
2 in
no,
solid fun.
no, the flawed
3
was
in brilliant
within the
comedy,
reunion
and
itself.
1 in all-time classic. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Adds up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go.
I mean, it gets more
We're done
right than
again.
it gets wrong, you know, for certain.
Yep. 1 to 10 ranked. Fun. 1 to 10 ranked.
Yeah. And the reunion episode, you know, being as the way that we ranked it, I think is actually legitimately honest in the sense that a reunion is never going to be an all-time classic kind of thing, generally speaking, and unless it's, I don't know, maybe, but it's an entirely different thing, like a Doctor Who. Some of those, you know, 10-year, 50-year, 60-year.
Well, I haven't
right,
changed. I haven't changed my opinion.
That's completely different kind of
thought Back
thing
to
to
Work
compare
was
it with.
shite.
Oh yeah,
What's
well,
happened?
it reflects. We had 2 of the 3 episodes in Fun but Flawed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then it just got by on the fact that it made a solid landing that accounted for itself.
There you go.
But Series 10 coming back after that and absolutely fucking nailing it and being proper Red Dwarf.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that gives
right.
Gives Back to Earth a little bit more leeway in the long term. Why that last episode, the part 3 for it, can be seen as a good thing because it still carried on from there and wasn't affected, in a way that was a detriment. So,
I would actually argue that episode 2 of Back to Earth is probably the worst episode.
That's just because you don't like the car bug.
It's because they're never on fucking Red Dwarf.
God, I'm tired.
Yeah, I know that's my fault. I'm very tired.
No, that's
no.
I'm just tired. I haven't.
Yeah, he said at the beginning. He said didn't really get much sleep. Well,
no, I've only had like 3 hours sleep since SMH.
Well, I'm certainly a bit worse for wear given my current status today. But
I was thinking we could do Jackbox today, but maybe we'll just save it for tomorrow. We'll see. Plus, it's just kind of dead today.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight for more time amongst kind of compromised state that I'm here today already. So yeah,
all
if you
right,
want to
fine.
call it.
We'll do Jackbox tomorrow. That's fine.
Yeah, I can just easily
all
step
right,
out now.
I guess we'll wrap it up then. We're well, unless someone wants to help us fill up the goal, in which case I will play Boobers. But we are $57 away from the goal. So,
but we managed to hit the main contractual obligations for the day, I'd say.
Yeah, it's fun. We've done it. Now we can move on to Series 11.
Yep, and we're still on track to do 2
Derek says
episodes.
save it for later. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll do it. We'll just wrap up then.
Yeah.
We did a 6-hour stream this week. We could probably do with a.
Yeah, that's kind of I think that part of what's going on is I just been going so full bore for the last.
Me too.
Fucking week or so. It seems that I think that today I just kind of woke up a little bit lagged out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to sort of be awake and do things to support my wife being sick and that as well.
Right.
I hope she gets better soon.
Oh, she'll be all right. She's just got what I had last week, and I already know how to kill that. So.
I mean, I do feel better now at this point than I did at the start of the stream, which is bodes well for me. But still, I'm not going to sit here and fight to say we need to go longer.
Yeah, no, I'm not desperate to hang out and pad time at this point today.
Yeah.
Not really worth it.
No, the main thing that we did today was we got caught up on this ranking because I knew it was like
yeah, we're done.
Tuesdays get away from us from time to time.
Yeah, the weekly shows do. There's now only one of these shows a week where we actually talk about news. And I cover the rest myself, which is why I'm like pretty much always open to you guys jumping into Hyperdrive time if you want to.
Right.
Because
they're more topically based now. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hash out some topics and stuff that we don't necessarily get time for on Tuesdays.
Yep.
So there you go. Plus, Wanker of the Week has just become Thursday.
Yeah.
And,
is nice.
I'm not going to stop that because that is not only so much fucking fun, but also our highest viewed, highest rated, highest earning show of the week. So, so I'm not going to do anything to stop that.
It's good to get petty from time to time.
Yeah, once a week is enough.
Indeed.
So there we go. Did anyone have anything they wanted to share with us before we sign off? Let me know. Super chats, whatever it is, and we'll let you know. In the meantime, then, thank you guys very much for being here for this one. We had a lot of fun, and we'll get to our outros. Rhoda, what's going on with you?
Well, I had a really good evening last night. I was the guest on Scooby Pup's podcast, and that went really, really well. We got on well, and she's going to make a return visit to my channel. Next week is looking a little confusing. because I'm going to be in Barcelona for a while. I am going to try to not miss any streams, but I might
We'll play it by ear.
miss
We'll see what happens.
Thursday. Yeah, I'll play it by ear. Yeah, I might miss Thursday on World Show, and I might miss. No, there's no reason I'd miss that. No, I might miss Thursday. I'm going to try my hardest not to.
Right.
No worries.
Yeah, basically, one of my favorite bands from when I was a kid, the Divine Comedy, have got a tour going on, and I wasn't fast enough to get tickets for their UK gigs, so I need to run away to Barcelona to get to see them.
Barcelona.
Indeed.
Barcelona. Fair enough.
But I will be about. I will be on the show. I'll make it happen.
All right.
Fair enough.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll be on Noise's show as well. I'm not gonna try to make my own show next week because I'm traveling. But the week after we will be back, and we will be back strong. Probably with Scooby and probably with Helzo as well. On Wednesday or Friday, respectively. Pretty much trying my ass off.
Cool.
Huh?
No, nothing. I was just looking at last month and comparing it to this month. Actually, February started on a Sunday too. That was weird. Huh. Oh well, fair enough. Whatever. Anyway, good for you, man. That's cool. You should do that. Enjoy yourself. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Good.
Enjoy some downtime on this sabbatical.
And of course, it will be completely in lore that Will saved our asses when I lost control of my channel the night before last.
Don't worry about it. One of us would have helped.
Thank you, mate.
I just got there first. It's all good in the hood. And as I pointed out many times, you guys jumped in and helped me on Monday when I was like literally having to run and be sick. So, you know.
Yeah.
No one can say we don't bust our asses to keep this fucking show entertaining.
Indeed.
No one can say
Yeah,
that.
we look after one another.
Yeah. And so there we go. I appreciate everybody who comes and watches. I appreciate everybody who donates. I appreciate everybody who joins. And I appreciate the woke retards for making news that I can rip the piss out of endlessly.
Indeed.
Though I do still wish they would fuck off.
Would be nice.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. So I also hear that Alyssa Mercante's motion was denied in the LOL suit.
Wow.
That
Alyssa
Alyssa
like something
McConaughey's motion was denied. Does that mean she's constipated?
Yeah, she was motioning for sanctions.
Right.
The judge noted the discovery production was only several days late and still ongoing, concluding sanctions were not warranted. Filing just 2 days after the deadline did not justify punishment.
Gee, it almost seems like this is all about the monies.
Yeah, because they were slightly late in filing their discovery production. Right. It was 2 days late. Because, it was basically a gun to your head kind of situation, which was unfair and unwarranted in the first place. So they tried to motion for sanctions against Smash JT, and they got told to go fuck themselves.
Yep.
So suck on that, Lolissa Mukante, you piece of garbage.
Indeed.
There we go. John, what's going on?
Obviously, I'm still a little bit down, so I'm probably just gonna take a little bit of a rest before tonight, where as long as she doesn't get called in for Simcast duty, Toasty and I should be doing a show tonight over on her channel on Rumble. Of course, it starts 8 p.m. Eastern. You can always find me there with her at that time throughout the week, Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Then we'll be back here scheduled for Tuesday, start at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. rather, as we are, all the days that we're here, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and these Sundays. And of course, probably pop in tomorrow for doing some jackboxing to make good on that.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
And yeah, and
Maybe even a
I'm
little
sure
before that if you can make it, because there'll probably be something worth talking about.
Indeed, yeah. And I was gonna say, and of course, you know, I'm sure you'll see me here on any kind of impromptu moments that come up throughout the week as well. And then you know, do the Week in Culture, 11 a.m. Eastern on Saturday mornings on Honey Badger Arcade. Otherwise, currently, I guess I'm a follower away from having 400 followers on X. Not that it really matters.
Oh, I hit 600 today.
Well, nice.
He's got more than I have.
Yeah, yeah. Rhoda's.
Oh no, wait. I've got 900 and something. Sorry, I was thinking I had 500.
I mean, Rhoda, you're doing quite well with the new video that's coming out. So, you're probably soon to pass me in terms of the YouTube followers as well. Probably within the next month, I would imagine. But I don't know. I'm not too concerned about all that stuff because I operate on Rumble, where I hit 100 a long time ago, which is all you need to be monetized. So
yeah, well,
now I just actually have to make some stuff, which I'm in the process of you know, starting to do. So, but thank you everybody who hung out with us today, getting caught up on all this, you know, necessary admin day of time in Red Dwarf in space. Appreciate everybody who's been here from the start and anybody that showed up along the way. You know, all of you are awesome. And we really enjoy doing these Sunday shows because, you know, it's nice to just talk about stuff you enjoy. To chill. Yeah.
Wrap up the week in a little bit of peace and quiet and laughter. That's always
good. Indeed. And of course, always a pleasure being here with the two of you throughout the week. With that said, though, y'all have a wonderful week going forward. Safe travels ahead. Be awesome as always.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right, guys, that's it for today. Unless someone drops $58 or whatever right now to get some boobers, which I would love, but I don't see it happening.
Come on, we want the Amelia video. Drop some boobs.
Right. Yeah, it's been dead for a few days now. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, whatever. I'll bounce back and hit it hard tomorrow. Thank you so much to James OP rather, thrice at the beginning, as well as Paul Ashworth and Zalosi dropping 5 memberships as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. It really does help. But there you go. So I will.
And of course, St. Hugo before in the pre-stream, well, and Helzo.
Yes. And Helzo as well. Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you. That's right, because EVMux fucked us. So thank you very much for that, guys. Really appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, I'll be back, and some of these guys will be back a bit later on tomorrow, as we'll be ripping the piss out of the pop culture and politics of the day. No doubt talking about the Iran situation, which, I mean, I have no, like, real hot take about that. Fuck them.
Well, I do, so I'd really like to come in for that.
Fair enough. As far as I'm concerned, there are a group of people who have called themselves a culture for thousands of years that are fundamentally incompatible with the rest of us, and it has got to the point now of no longer being able to be reconciled. So shit on them as much as you like, Trump. I will not care. All right, that's basically my take. I know it's a little aggressive, but I'm fucking tired of pussyfooting around. Enough said. Talk to you about it tomorrow. Come and check it out. We'll also be talking about gaming news, pop culture news. There's all kinds of shit happening. We're following the marathon situation. No doubt there'll be development with that. Maybe a little bit more crapping on Pokemon. God knows. I have no idea. It'll all be published in the next 12 hours, and then I'll find it, and then I'll make the show. So come and see it. So that's it. Till then, take care. Spike your hair. Fuck Disney. Fuck Nintendo. Fuck the BBC. Fuck Ubisoft. And fuck you if you like them. I will be back tomorrow. Till then, question everything. Respect the fans. Check out the Discord. The link is below. Until we find an alternative. I'm going to get back to writing my book for the rest of the evening today until I fall asleep in a couple of hours. And we're doing a Patreon to support my additional works for those people who would like to support but can't be here for the streams and stuff like that. I would never have presumed something like that was on the cards, but a couple people actually did say that. So I'm like, okay, fine, great. Can't. Yeah. Thanks, you know. Not going to argue with it. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see. Till then, again, boys of the fans, back tomorrow, apparently, for Jackbox at the end of Hyperdrive. Until then, have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, wherever is left of it, and tatty bye. Play.